All right, all right, all right. You guys know what time it is. Go ahead and put your city and state or country in the chat. Let me know where you're chiming in from, y'all. The party has started, okay? The party has started. So go ahead and put in the chat space where you guys are chiming in from. Listen, I am so excited because it is day 4 of New Year, New You. And we're going to have an amazing lineup of speakers. So let's get into it. Where you from? All right. Listen, y'all, we about to get started. We got 40 seconds left. And I just want you guys to do me a favor. Go ahead and type into the chat space. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. Hold on. Let me just check to see what's popping. Oh, girl. You got to turn that volume down, girl. Let me see where y'all chiming in from. Pop, locking, and dropping. Stockbridge, Michigan. We've got DMV in the house, Durham, North Carolina, Hopewell, Virginia, Atlanta, Georgia. Shenzhen, I told you. I know who that is. Shenzhen, China is in the house. We've got St. Thomas on the line. Okay, vacationing. Okay, I see you, girl. Mobile, Alabama. Okay, look, I'm going to shout the rest of y'all cities out in a minute, but we got to get started. It is time for day 4 of New Year, New You. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Listen, do me a favor. Go ahead and put in the chat. I ain't gonna do no whole long intro today. I'm not gonna do it because we got 5 speakers today, so we gotta get straight into it. But what I do want to do is, excuse me, I would like for you guys to go ahead and just share one thing that you've learned so far from this amazing conference. Also, I want to share something with you. So while you guys are typing what you've learned, right? Did you know that in the software, the software that we're using is called Be Human, okay? And there is a place in the software where you can actually create your profile. Y'all know that, right? So you can set up your profile. You can just literally click on your name or on the top right-hand corner, But do some of y'all notice a little envelope? Because it's what I can do right now is I can click on somebody's name. Look at Jerry. So Jerry, y'all see Jerry right here, Ramirez in Indianapolis, Indiana. Everybody click on Jerry's picture. And I can actually send a reaction to Jerry. Look at that, right? I can send Jerry a reaction. So, y'all can send little private emojis if y'all want to, I guess. Don't be weird. But I can also go and click on Jerry's profile. I can see Jerry has set up. Oh, hold on. I clicked on the wrong thing. Jerry, if I click on Jerry's profile, it's taking me to somebody else's profile. Hold on, y'all. Try to get to it. There we go. No, it keeps taking me to the wrong profile. But let's just pretend. When I click on Jerry's profile, it would take me, I'm hovering over Pastor Rodney Thomas, but it would take me to her, or unless her profile's not set up. So it would take me to the profile, but then there's also a place where I can actually send a private message directly to Jerry. So some of you guys are able to send private messages to individuals that you want to be able to connect with. I've seen some of you guys in the chat like, hey. So I want everybody to test it out. Hover over somebody. Now, everybody's profile may not be set up. So you got to look at the people that have like their picture. Like right now, I see Tiffany Teachy. Her profile is set up. So if I hover over, I can send her a message. I could just be like, girl, what's good? Let's go ahead and connect. Let's hang out a little bit. Or, hey, I want to learn more about your services, things of that nature. Okay. So use this to its full capacity. Use it to its full capacity. So guys, set up your profile if you haven't already set up your profile, right? Because we have 2 more days here where we're going to be in connection. So today and tomorrow. Now, Saturday, we're going to be on a different link. We will not be streaming to social media platforms. So for those of you guys who want to see the workshops, which we're going to have a page that's going to list every single one of the workshops, every single one of the speakers, as well as you're going to be able to see all the replays of all the previous Power Talks. That's going to go live on tomorrow. But guys, you want to make sure that you do not miss out on this opportunity. So while you guys can, make sure to connect with our fellow attendees. Yes, honey, it's a whole lot you can do over Chimp. All right, y'all. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me see what y'all put in the chat. Anybody put some stuff in the thing? Tish said, Stevie, are you dancing to the beat? I know I was jamming, right? Okay, let's see. Did anybody put in the chat space? Dr. Stevie said you stay preaching and teaching. I know we done learned a whole new thing with Tiffany. We call it treaching, right? Amazing job last night, being focused and confident. What else did y'all learn? Put in the chat. Let us know what you guys learned in the chat. But let's go ahead and get started, y'all. If you're ready for your very first speaker, if you're ready for speaker number one, I want you guys to go ahead and put ready in the chat. Ready in the chat. Put ready in the chat. To social media platform. Being focused. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to turn the volume down so I can make sure I can see the stream. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Oh, the upgrade link. For those of you guys, because y'all like, listen, some of y'all like, I need to work on, Jessica said, I really need to work on my elevator pitch. Yes, y'all, we got to work on our intros. We like to call it your introduction, right? So your intro statement, we sometimes say in Book Profits Club. And so, yes, guys, we got to know how to introduce ourselves. So this is the VIP upgrade link. Again, guys, you only get to select 4 of the workshops. And today, I promise you, hands down, it's going to be amazing. More speakers. So let's go ahead and get into our very first speaker. And I'll be back in a few.
All right now.
I'm tired, y'all.
You're wearing a lot of hats.
I'm depleted, yes sir. Yes sir, but you know that's what we do. I'm exhausted, I'm drained. You know, y'all can sit down. I thank y'all, praise Jesus. That's what we do. We pick up everything and everybody. Did you know the World Health Organization's recent study showed 46% of women globally, I ain't talking about the US, y'all. I'm talking about around the world, are mentally and emotionally burned out. Do y'all realize that's like half the world? Wow. That's a lot of folk. And many of us in this room and people we know are just like that. And they're wearing lots of hats and doing all kinds of stuff. Well, I am Crystal Mance, and I help women heal from mental and emotional burnout. Reason I talk about this is because I too experienced burnout, and it almost took me out and took me to a really dark place. But today, I want to share a couple tips with you. I want to tell you a little bit about me, and then we're going to move right on. Is that all right? Yeah. All right. So today, I want to share with you about drained and depleted, rising out of the ashes of mental and emotional burnout. How that sound? Yes. Yes. First tip I want to share is you can't fix it till you face it. Turn to your neighbor and say, you can't fix it till you face it. I want you to turn to your other neighbor because tip number 2 is you are a priority. You are. And then we're going to talk about that other thing, that those 2 beautiful letters, the N and the O. Because we don't often want to talk about the N and the O. And so why do I have on all these hats? This is my demonstration because you can't fix it until you face it. Right. You can't talk about it till you see it. Yes. You don't know what it is. You're like, no, I'm okay, but we going to get, I'm sorry, we ain't in church, but I'm going to take my time and stay in my time. Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I am a wife, so I'm going to switch my hats out, guys, throughout this little presentation, if you don't mind. Whoop, there you go. So here's my wife, and I'm a parent. Any eldest daughters in the house? Oldest children? That's a whole nother hat by itself. Can y'all relate? Oh my God, that's a whole nother hat by itself. And it comes with all kind of pressure. So I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm the eldest daughter, I am an entrepreneur, and in my entrepreneurial business, I'm the keynote conference speaker and life coach and author, 4-time author by the end of this month. Bless God. Woo, 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 woo. Let me tell y'all authors, collaboration books count. Thank you, Coach Daria. All right. And I'm a pastor. And I absolutely love what I do in helping women heal from mental and emotional burnout. And so with that, I have a bachelor's degree in business management and a master's degree in life coaching and biblical counseling. I've been in ministry leadership for 20 plus years. Enjoy what I do in helping women. But here's what I learned. I learned that you can't help people when you're burned out. You can't help people when you're wearing all these hats. When I had on those hats, how many hats y'all think I had on? A lot. A lot. There you go. Right about a lot of 10. About a 10. And not only emotionally do it, and physically we carry it mentally and emotionally. And that was me between 2016 and 2020. I was serving at my church. I served at 2 churches, actually. I was a ministry leader in my profession. I helped train people. I was a talent management development person, or leader, if you will. I did all kinds of stuff, not realizing I was taking on everything and everybody. Many of us subconsciously put on our Superman and Superwoman cape soon as somebody called. Don't let it be your children. Oh my God, that's a whole nother level. Here mama come, here daddy come, instead of realizing that sometimes you gotta let them figure it out on their own. That sound about right? Yeah, and so in that process between 2016 and 2020, guys, I was depleted, I was drained, I was exhausted, didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was cute on the outside, but I was jacked up on the inside. And it took one of my spiritual moms to say, one Sunday at the church, she said, "You real cute, but you messed up inside." And I was like, ouch, but I needed that because it started my path for healing. It started me to take a look in the mirror, what's really going on with me. My emotions were up one minute, down the next. My girlfriend said, "Chris, what is going on with you? One minute you're good, next minute you're sad. Is it bipolar? Are you depressed? Are you going through perimenopause, Daria? Like, what is it? What is it?" And I was like, I don't know. I wouldn't got the help that I needed to help me understand what is this. And she was like, "Crystal, you are burned out, my friend. You are doing too much for too many people." We did this exercise, and I've shared it with some of you before, where you actually looks like a pizza or a pie. And I needed 2 sheets of pizza. I had 2 sheets of paper. I literally filled up all of the slices and some. You're doing too much. And so when I think about going through that process, from that process, I went through a process of healing. In 2020, I contracted COVID. And during that process, I went through that process and that journey. And I was so nervous and so afraid because it was early on. But one thing I'm very clear about is that God did not allow this to happen to me to my death, but it's to bring to life. And so from that, my book, Reset, Releasing Every Situation Encourages Transformation, was birthed. It's my journey of healing. It has 30 life nuggets in it to help you realize that, you know what, you're not alone, you're not by yourself. There's so many things about forgiveness, Miss Bertha, very similar, about forgiveness, about healing, about love, about letting go. Gotta let go of the past. You can't carry everything and everybody. Pay attention to the signs and signals that are before you. These 30 life nuggets are powerful. And so as I go through this process, and I went through this process of healing, God said, now you need to share it with others. You need to help others. And I've been so encouraged in doing that. So as we go through, I was excited to think about, oh my God, I get another opportunity to share my little hat story, because it's so important that I didn't see this until I got there. And so when we go in and we talk about our tips, let's talk about our very first tip. Our very first tip. You can't fix it until you what? Till you face it. How many people know? It's like, I need to look at that. I need to see what's going on with me. You can't fix it till you face it. Tell somebody across the room, you can't fix it until you face it. So my friend Jakara is going to pass out some papers. We're going to help y'all face it. Because sometimes, and Bruce, because sometimes, again, you don't see it. You look at this, oh, I'm good. I got my boundaries and I know what I'm doing. But it's not until you take a look at this little hat chart. Where your hats at? That's what it's about. Let's see how many hats that you wear. How many hats do you wear today? And it's interesting, when you take a look at it, you realize, oh my goodness, I need to do something about this. I need to do something about this. So as I was going through my process, when you look at it, if you can, circle the number of hats that you wear. And if you don't see your hat on, scribble it in. And then jot down how many hats you wear. Because I hazard to say, many of us are, we just doing a whole lot. And it's not even necessary. We need to create those boundaries, right? And so what I realized is, after they helped me, I went through my process. As I was going through my process of healing, y'all forgive my hat stand? We working it out. I had to go under construction. And that construction piece was very critical, because that's where I began to face it, so it could be fixed, so that I can be healed, so that I can be better, so that I can help others. If you got a second and you look at your hats, how many hats? How many of you have maybe more than 6 hats? Raise your hand, wave at me. Ooh, that's nice. 6, all right. You got 6 to 10 hats? All right. What about 10 to 15? Okay. All right. What about more than 15? Yeah, we need to talk, and we need to talk today. I need y'all to schedule your discovery session. I'm going to give you my contact information in a minute, but we need to talk, because it's my desire not to see you overwhelmed. It's my desire not to see you wearing all those hats. It is my desire, however, to help you go through a process so that we can help you be healed and whole and live a balanced life. Amen? Amen. All right, so here we go. So you can't fix it until you face it. I need you to take out your phone for a second because many of you have already told me how many hats you're wearing, so we know where we are. And I want you to turn to your camera like you're about to take a selfie of your handsome and beautiful self. And I want you to say to yourself, with your name included, you are a priority. All right, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do it again because I need you to say it like you mean it, right? Because sometimes we say stuff and we don't really mean it. So I'm going to say, Crystal, you are a priority. Say with me, 1, 2, 3. There you go. How'd that feel? Because somebody forgot who you were. Somebody forgot that you are important. Somebody forgot that you are needed, that God has gifted you. He has given you gifts and talents. He has a great plan for you. But if you don't take care of yourself, I'm sorry, who's going to take care of you? If you don't put yourself first, if you are not intentional about scheduling your time for you. I ain't talking about your hair and your nails and your barbershop appointment. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about being intentional. My sister friend Virdra had a coaching session she taught us a couple years ago, and one of her things that stuck with me more than anything is intentionality. Be intentional about taking care of you. Schedule time for yourself you schedule your nails and your doctor's appointments and your hair. Schedule time just for you. Whatever that looks like, to rest and exercise and breathe and enjoy life and get outside. Whatever that looks like to you. Maybe it's to pray. Maybe it's to just lay in worship. Whatever that is. So you are a what? All right. So tip number 1, we said what? You can't what? All right. And tip number 2? You are a priority. All right. Now tip number 3 is about the power of your anointed no. Let me tell y'all something about this anointed no. So what I love about the power of your no is that it establishes boundaries, right? It helps put things in place, and folk gonna ask you stuff all the time and they're gonna want to do stuff. But your kids will come when you're having your best cup of coffee, or somebody come and you just like, yeah, I just need you to just accept my anointed no. I just need you to know that no, not right now. It's not okay. No, neighbor, I'm not going to help you build that tree in your yard because it's just an anointed no. And what makes it anointed? Here's what makes it anointed, guys. Here's what makes it anointed. It makes it anointed because God has given you a plan. He gave Daria a plan, and Daria's plan is different from mine, and mine is different from hers. But it doesn't mean I have to go fully immerse myself in Daria's lane and do what she does. That makes sense? So when Daria comes and say, Crystal, I need you to come help me plant this tree, and we got to dig it up, and we got to do all this stuff. Well, I've already got plans, Daria, and while I love you, my sister, is please accept my anointed no. Make sense? Make sense? I need you to point somebody and say, please accept my anointed no. I need you to point to your other neighbor and say, please accept my anointed no. Now I want you to high five the person behind you and say, yo, accept my anointed no. Yeah. How'd that feel? That feel all right? How'd that feel? Because sometimes it's that we think if I say no, they're not going to like me. They're going to think I'm being rude, or I'm being disrespectful, or I'm being uppity, or whatever. I think I'm better than everybody. No, let me tell you what my no has done. This anointed no has helped me establish boundaries, right? And these are my boundaries. And as long as I respect my boundaries, then I need you to respect them as well. Amen? So as long as I respect them, so when Daria comes and asks me to plant the tree, and I'm like, sister, I love you, but please accept my anointed no, I'm good. And I'm staying within my boundaries. But when I know I already have plans and I already have things that I'm doing, and I don't let that overwhelm me, people will sometimes put their stuff on you because they don't want to do it themselves. I'm sorry. People will often say, can you come do this for me, because knowing that they don't want to do it themselves. And you already know within yourself it's an anointed what? Anointed no. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So we first said that what? You can't what? Right. Y'all are good. What's tip number 2? Right. And what's that third one? Anointed no. Please accept my anointed no. How y'all feel? That feel all right? All right. So as I prepare to close, I just want to share with you guys that, you know what, there are so many incredible things about this process of healing that I've gone through. And so I know some of you have said, many of you raised your hand. You said, I got 6 hats, I got 10, I got 15. I saw you. I need you to reach out to me and go to www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com. Take a copy of a picture of my QR code. I love to talk with you today. Let's schedule our discovery session. I love to work with you. I love to evaluate your priorities. Let's strategize. Let's come up with a strategy to help you live a more productive and balanced life. The word reminds us that, beloved, I pray that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. We can't do that if we overwhelm, if we're burned out, if we're doing everything for everybody. God never intended us to do that. He never intended for us to try to be everything for everybody. So we've accepted it, we faced it. We said we're a priority, and we know that we're the power of that anointed know. Number 2, I wanted to share with you guys, everybody still in the room with me? Yeah. Woo woo, that's right. So if you're thinking about it, like, oh, well, Crystal, my ends are funny and my change is strange and I just can't right now. I don't know what to do. This sounds really good, but I don't know what to do. I understand. But can I tell you that you're here by divine appointment? Yes. You know that, right? Yes. Y'all know that your being here is not an accident. Back in the day, I'm dating myself a little bit, there was a lady named Lily Tomlin, and she used to call it a coinky-dink. There's no coinky-dink in God. There's no coincidence. It's God's divine appointment. So you're here, and he's already designed for you to hear from all of these amazing speakers. Your life is going to change. You came in this room yesterday or this morning. You're never going to leave the same. Amen? So go to my website, www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com. I help women all over the world be overheal and overcome burnout. And lastly, for those of us that saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, I know there's a lot of us in here. And I know some of y'all saying, I got to pray about it, Crystal, I got to go seek the Lord, because I'm just telling you, I did all that too. But I still ended up where I needed to be to get the help that I need. So I'm encouraging you today. I am your answer prayer. We are your answer prayer. Go to www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com, because some of you, it took everything you had to get here. It took your last anything. And then you got here and you're like, oh God, I'm just glad I made it. It must be something in it for me. We are here. Go to www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com. I love to connect with you. Hey, I got a copy of my free ebook there for you. 5 strategies to reset when feeling overwhelmed. That's my free gift to all of you. And for the first 5 people that connect with me, you can actually also text me at 215-600-2980. Say, Crystal, I'm in. I'll give you a free copy of my book, Reset. Have them with me today. So the number is 215-600-2980. Crystal, I'm in. 215-600-2980. I give you a free copy of my book, Reset. It's just time, guys. Let's no longer wear all these hats. Let's learn to use our anointed now. Let's go through those again. What was the first one? You can't what? What's the second one? Yeah. I already see Dominique. Somebody already came in. I see you on my watch. There you go. And what's the third one? Set my anointed no. So as I close, I have my hats, my shirts, my husband, we're actually advertising today, and our coffee mugs. They are with us. We have those for sale today. And I also have my wonderful new collaboration book. One of my collaboration authors is here today. He guided me through the storm. So there are 20 of us total. So that is launched. Thank you to BPC and Awesome Taria and our team. They're collaboration stories of faith, healing, forgiveness, love, and triumph, and how God brought us through. And before I close, I want to leave you with a quote by Michelle Obama. And it says, in order to overcome burnout, you have to plan your joy. One question for you. Have you planned your joy today? Well, I appreciate y'all, and it's been good, but I'm Crystal Mance, and I help women heal from mental and emotional burnout. God bless. I love beautiful.
Amazing.
That, you know what, there are so many incredible things about this process of healing that I've gone through. And so I know some of you have said, many of you raised your hand. You said, I got 6 hats, I got 10, I got 15. I saw you.
Uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with DeShonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. DeShonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to DeShonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there. Step into the vibrant world of abstract art with Paintiza. Guided by the visionary Tish Dinkins, Paintiza is your sanctuary for creativity and innovation. With over 3 decades of experience in art, teaching, and customer service, Tish and her team are dedicated to transforming your artistic journey. Now listen, we're not just talking about painting. What we are talking about is team building, growing your organizations or businesses to the next level. At Paintiza, we offer hands-on workshops that immerse you in the techniques of fluid art. From intimate classes to team building events, every experience is tailored to your needs and filled with color and joy. And remember, art isn't about perfection, it's about expression. So join Tish Dinkins at Paintiza by going to her website, www.paintiza.com, and get started on your art.
Real estate investors, Flow with Rhonda can help you get out of debt and build wealth within 7 to 10 years by automating your finances and creating your own bank. Please visit us at www.bankonyourselfebook.com.
Dive into a journey of discovery with The Oz Experience, a unique leadership training program. Harness the power of diversity, equity, and inclusion, mirroring Dorothy's quest for the Emerald City. Develop core soft skills like inclusive communication, empathy, and collaboration. Hone your problem-solving abilities, adapt with grace, be authentically you. The Oz Experience seeks to cultivate leaders who value every voice. Created by Dr. Tajiri Brackens, a trailblazer in business innovation, bridging theory and application through engaging interactive methods. Embark on this transformative journey today with The Oz Experience. Discover the leader within you. For more information, visit dr-tajiri.com.
Immerse yourself in an ocean of knowledge and inspiration at the Women's Entrepreneurship and Leadership Conference happening in Toronto, Canada, May 3rd through the 5th, 2024. This is your chance to shine. We're actually looking for 10 dynamic speakers to join our esteemed panel, The Benefits Beyond Measure. From networking with industry leaders to gaining international exposure, it's a platform like no other. Plus, a special perk from the Book Profits Club to help you fund your trip. Make your mark, share your wisdom, and inspire hundreds. To apply today, go to bookprofitsclub.com/WEL conference to learn more. Your voice matters. Let it be heard. Louise is a Virginia native with a master's in science of mental health counseling from Walden University. She's been in North Carolina for over 20 years and is a mom aka Mimi of A Furry Friend. She is also the founder of Life is a Maze LLC, where she is helping women and kids with personal development through books, courses, and workshops. April Louise is an author, a speaker, and a national certified counselor. She's written books like Mom Guilt and is a part of honor societies like Chi Sigma Iota and Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you April Louise.
Hello, amazing people. Hello, amazing people. Happy New Year, new you. Let's give God a hand clap. Yes, want to thank God for allowing us to see 2024, where we're going to do more. In 2024, we're going to change from parent guilt to parental harmony. I am April Mays Rhodes, known in the literary world as April Louise. I am a mother, an author, a speaker, a national certified counselor, a mother, a CEO of Life is a Maze, where we work with women who are in the sisterhood of motherhood and their children navigate through life's maze with skill building and personal development. And again, and most importantly, as I mentioned before, I am a mother. To the amazing parents, I have 4 questions to ask you. And what I would like for you to do is raise your hand, your right hand for yes and your left hand for no. The questions are, do you often feel guilty about not spending enough time with your children? Yes or no? Do you feel like you are not doing a good enough job balancing work and family responsibilities? Yes or no? Do you compare yourself to other parents and feel guilty when you don't measure up? Yes or no? Do you feel guilty for not being able to attend every school extracurricular activity or event? Yes or no? If you answered yes, then you have parent guilt. Parent guilt is a feeling of inadequacy or anxiety experienced by parents, often related to your parenting choices or behaviors. So in layman terms, parent guilt is that nagging feeling in the back of your head, or that entity that's on your shoulder that's whispering in your ear that you are either failing as a parent or you're inadequate. Parent guilt is normal. If you are a parent, if you are a grandparent, if you're a guardian, a caregiver to a child, if you haven't experienced parent guilt, then you will experience parent guilt. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about ways to overcome that parent guilt. So when you leave here, you're going to have 3 takeaways. Specific situations that trigger your feelings of guilt. Number 2, we're going to reflect on why the situation made you feel guilty. And 3, we're going to identify any underlying beliefs or assumptions that may be a contribution to those feelings of guilt. So, a little bit about me. Again, I am April Mays Rhodes, and I came from a single parent household. My parents were married and they got a divorce when I was young. I mean, I don't even ever remember them ever being married. So that's how young I was when they got a divorce. When my mom was the primary caregiver, and my sister and I watched my mom struggle. She sacrificed a lot for us. She struggled. Yes, it takes a village to raise a child, and we did have a village, but my mom was the primary caregiver. My mom took care of us. She took care of my cousins. My cousins and I were raised like siblings. You know, I'm a country girl, so we were raised like siblings. So she took care of us. Her occupation was a child caregiver, so therefore she took care of other people's children. But I seen her struggle, and she did not care for herself because she was always pouring into other people. Even when she didn't have it to pour it in, she just did not do self-care until she got older. So watching my mom struggle, in my mind, I was like, when I grow up and I get married and have a child, then my husband and I, we're going to stay together forever. We're going to be the Huxtables. Our children are going to have 2-parent household no matter what. Well, we were not the Huxtables. And when my child was 10, his dad and I, my husband, yes, I said husband, got a divorce, and he moved to Virginia, and my son and I stayed in North Carolina. But in the midst of that, not only was I experiencing a divorce, I started feeling guilty that I was subjecting my child to the change in family dynamics. So he would no longer have a 2-parent household. He wouldn't even see his dad every day because his dad lives in another state. And then the 2-income household became 1-income household. And hey, I was struggling, like really struggling. So in my mind, to better my son's life and my life, I went to grad school. So I get to grad school, and not only am I in grad school, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working as a teacher, and anybody who works in the school system, especially the public school system, know it can be beastly. So I am working as a teacher assistant, and I am in the elementary school, dealing with elementary kids. Whew, yes, these kids today are something for the people. So I'm dealing with the elementary kids, and then in the evening time, I'm actually counseling kids as an intensive in-home therapy. Does anybody know what intensive in-home therapy is? So intensive in-home therapy means I'm counseling kids at their house, in their neighborhoods. So one day I might be counseling them. The next day I might be counseling the parents. The next day I might be counseling all 3 of them. That's intensive in-home therapy. So I'm in grad school. I'm working in the school system. At nighttime, I'm counseling and intensive in-home. And in between time, I'm doing an internship. So now I'm feeling guilty because I'm taking away from my child while I'm pursuing my education to better our lives. Now, I want to say this. Once a month, my child and I, ever since he was a toddler, we would have mother-son time on a Saturday. Whatever he wanted to do, whether we go to the movies, whether we watch anime. I know far too much about anime. I watch anime. We would spend that time together. But outside that time, you know, of course, I was there to take care of him, make sure he did his homework, you know, he ate and everything, but I wasn't really spending quality time with him because I was chasing my education to make a better life for us. Halfway through, I decided I didn't want to do this anymore. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't even want to major in the degree that I was majoring in. But I'm the type of person that once I start something, I'll finish it. Plus, I was feeling guilty that if I stopped, I'd already took away time from my child. And then I don't even have a degree to show for it. So I pushed forward and I got the degree. And when I got the degree, it should have been a happy moment, which in a way it was a happy moment. But I didn't even want to work in the field of counseling. I work in the field of counseling now, so I'm glad I stuck with it. But at the time, I didn't even want to work with field of counseling. You know, I had been to too many people's houses, dealing with too many people's kids. It was just stressful. I got a whole lot of stories to tell you about my time counseling kids and going into homes, but that's for another story. But it was just stressful, and I didn't even want to do it anymore. So then I started feeling guilty that you just spent 3 years chasing this education and taking time away from your child, and now you don't even want to do it no more. So moving forward, I still stayed in counseling, and I was working 2 jobs. Still working 2 jobs, making ends meet to make sure my child was okay. So now I'm taking care of my child. My mom's moved in, and then she's having health issues, so I'm taking care of her. I'm her caregiver. I'm the oldest of my siblings, and they going through some stuff. So who do they go to? They go to the big sister. So I'm just taking care of everybody but me. So moving forward, my child graduates from college. My child graduates from high school and goes to college. When he goes to college, he says, "Mom, you have struggled and you have sacrificed for me." He said, "I know there's a lot that you hid from me." He said, "But there's a lot that I know. I have heard your prayers. I have heard your cries. I have heard you talking to yourself, trying to figure out what you're going to do to make ends meet." He said, "I appreciate everything you've done for me. I am grateful, but I am grown now." Now, you know, when kids turn 18, they think they automatically grown. So he grown now. So he says, "I'm grown now. I'm in college. I'm good. I need you to take care of yourself. I need you to at least do one thing once a month that's all about you. Whether you go get your hair done, your nails done, a massage, take a trip. You need to do one thing about you because you can't keep pouring into other people and you're not pouring into yourself." So that is what I did. I started going to get my hair done because I'm natural. I was just twisting my hair and go. But now, because of my child, I got me a hairstylist. Y'all see my little holiday hair? So I got me a little holiday hair. So I got a hairstylist. So I started going to the hairstylist every month. I started getting my nails done, taking trips. Got me a social calendar. I was out here socializing all over the place, just socializing. And then guess what happened? The pandemic hit. So when the pandemic hit, it shut the world down. So I could not socialize. I couldn't go get my hair done. Couldn't go get my nails done. So I started doing a self-reflection. As I was self-reflecting, then I started realizing that when I thought I was going through a mini nervous breakdown, it was actually parent guilt. So I'm going to say mom guilt because I'm a mom. So dads, don't get offended. I'm just saying that. We still talk about parent guilt. So we're going to talk about self-reflection. And in self-reflection is an exercise that can be helpful for identifying the root cause of parent guilt. And in self-reflection, one of the exercises is journaling. And in journaling, you're setting aside some time to journal about your feelings. You're writing about the specific situations that trigger these feelings. Number 2, you're reflecting on why they make you feel guilty. And 3, you're identifying any underlying beliefs or assumptions that may be contributing to these feelings. So moms, when you were little, did you have that little diary? You know, all those little girls wanted that little diary. They had the little key and the little lock, and you can write in the diary. We thought we was doing something when we got that diary. You write in the diary, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, and then you put it up, you lock it with the key, and you put it away because you didn't want anybody to see it. So that is what journaling is. So you can get a journal, you can create a journal, you can take a simple notebook and just start writing. Or if you're like me, an author, you can just be on your typewriter. I said typewriter, I'm dating myself. You can be on your keyboard and just start typing away. So that's journaling. You can take 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour. And you just write, let your feelings go. And as your feelings are going, sometimes you might be crying. And dads, if you are journaling and you cry, that is okay. Men have feelings too. Men cry too. So just let it out. If you keep holding it in, you're going to crack. So men, let it out. There's nothing wrong with a man crying. So just journal, and let your feelings out. So for example, in my situation, we're going to go over the 3 takeaways. In my situation, number 1, what was the specific situation that triggered your feelings of guilt? My specific situation was I got a divorce. That's what started triggering my feelings of guilt. Number 2, reflect on why the situation made you feel guilty. It made me feel guilty because I was unintentionally subjecting my son to a change in family dynamic. He was going from a 2-parent household to a 1-parent household. And although he was with his mom, his dad was living in a whole nother state. So he was not going to be seeing his dad every day. And not only that, the income changed. So therefore, it was my income. So if I didn't have, even though I made sure he had, but it was some things that, I had to do to get funds to make sure he was good. I had to, we're magic. Parents are magicians. So I had to make $1 out of 15 cents to make sure he was good because I was literally struggling to get everything together. Plus I was in school, so I had to pay for tuition and all of that. So, and number 3, identifying any underlying beliefs or assumptions that may be contributing to those feelings. So remember what I said? I set expectations for myself that if I ever got married and have a child, we was going to be the Huxtables. That's the expectation I set for myself. So therefore, me getting divorced, I broke a promise to myself. I quote unquote failed in holding up that expectation. So that is an example of how you self-reflect and you self-reflect with journaling. So with journaling and doing self-reflection, you will become less parent guilt and more parental harmony. So the positive effects of parent guilt-free is when parents overcome parent guilt and engage in guilt-free parenting, it can have positive effects on your children. 1, it improves your mental health, which will improve your child's mental health. What I didn't know until later in life, my child told me that he feeds off my emotions. So if I'm sad and I'm crying, that's going to make him be in his feelings and he's going to be sad. And if someone makes me mad, then he's going to be mad because somebody made me mad. Who knew that your child feeds off your emotions? I didn't know that. So with self-reflecting and becoming parent guilt-free, you're going to improve your mental health. You're going to improve your child's mental health. You are a role model, whether you want to be or not. When you become a parent, you automatically become a role model. So with role modeling, your child is watching your every move. Your child knows things that you don't think he or she know, but they do know. So being a positive role model, improve your mental health, will improve your child's mental health, as well as improve your child's self-esteem, so that your child won't feel like, okay, my parents got a divorce, I'm the reason why they got a divorce. My child is not the reason why I got a divorce. So I don't want him to feel that way. Or, I'm the reason why my mom cries all the time, or my dad's angry all the time. Now, I know these kids can be something for the people, but the reason why the mom is crying or the dad is angry all the time is not the child. The parent is feeling guilty about something. So improve your mental health, which will improve your child's mental health. You show resilience and your child will be resilient. Remember, your child is going to mimic you. So when parents practice self-care and model healthy coping mechanisms, then your child is going to practice self-care and handle healthy mechanisms. So with that being said, in conclusion, I want to say this. Parents, if no one told you today that you are amazing, I am telling you, you are amazing, and do not let parental guilt dim your shine. I am April Mays Rhodes, and I can be contacted at www.lifeisamaze.com. That's www.lifeisamaze.com. Maze is spelled M-A-Y-S. So in this new year, in this new you, where we're going for more in 2024, I wish you parents blessings, love, and parental harmony.
Real estate investors, Flow with Rhonda can help you get out of debt and build wealth within 7 to 10 years by automating your finances and creating your own bank. Please visit us at www.bankonyourselfebook.com.
Imagine a world where children navigate social media with ease and understanding. Enter Kaysen LLC, formed in 2017 with the mission to help our young ones safely explore the digital landscape. Focusing on internet safety, Kaysen teaches critical topics such as perseverance, mindset, and the intriguing effects of video games on the brain. But that's not all. It also empowers parents to engage in meaningful conversations about gaming and internet use. Organizations like Camp Extreme have found Kaysen's platform both engaging and relevant. And for those parents whose children face learning and thinking differences, Kaysen offers support through a book and regular newsletter. Hailing from North Wales, Pennsylvania, Kaysen LLC is your guide in the digital age.
What if the world could see your literary prowess in all its glory? Welcome to an arena for your written magic. A stage where you're not just an author, but a celebrity. Welcome to the Book Prophets Club's Author Spotlight series, where authors are not just writers, but celebrities, influencers, and leaders. In February, our first event is hosted at the breathtaking Modex Studio, an architectural marvel. It's a cathedral for creativity, featuring a cinematic video screen and a creative expanse upstairs. Upstairs, the mezzanine level allows creators to turn their ideas into reality. Here's how it works. Each author gets a panel spot. It's unique. They get a power talk opportunity. It's your moment to and introduce yourself. It's an opportunity to introduce yourself and your work to the world in your own unique style. The excitement doesn't end there. Post-panel, attendees can network, engage, and interact. It's a platform to showcase and sell your books. To summarize, the Author Spotlight series is more than just an event. It's a celebration, a platform, an opportunity. It's an opportunity that comes with multiple benefits: recognition, networking, and sales. Don't just be an author. Join the Book Prophets Club's Author Spotlight series. Showcase your literary genius. The stage is set, the lights are on. All we need is you.
Step into the vibrant world of abstract art with Paintiza. Guided by the visionary Tish Dinkins, Paintiza is your sanctuary for creativity and innovation. With over 3 decades of experience in art, teaching, and customer service, Tish and her team are dedicated to transforming your artistic journey. Now listen, we're not just talking about painting. What we are talking about is team building, growing your organizations or businesses to the next level. At Paintiza, we offer hands-on workshops that immerse you in the techniques of fluid art. From intimate classes to team building events, every experience is tailored to your needs and filled with color and joy. And remember, art isn't about perfection, it's about expression. So join Tish Dinkins at Paintiza by going to her website, www.paintiza.com, and get started on your artistic journey today. Uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with DeShonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. DeShonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So, if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to DeShonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there.
Dive into a journey of discovery with the Oz Experience, a unique leadership training program. Harness the power of diversity, equity, and inclusion, mirroring Dorothy's quest for the Emerald City. Develop core soft skills like inclusive communication, empathy, and collaboration. Hone your problem-solving abilities, adapt with grace, be authentically you. The Oz Experience seeks to cultivate leaders who value every voice. Created by Dr. Tajiri Brackens, a trailblazer in business innovation, bridging theory and application through engaging interactive methods. Embark on this transformative journey today with the Oz Experience. Discover the leader within you. For more information, visit dr-tajiri.com.
Thank you.
Yes, Doc. Yes, girl.
So I told Karen before we came in, yesterday she told us to pivot and shift. I'm still going to talk about Perimenopause Unveiled, embracing the change, but there was something that was laid upon my heart this morning. We have pastors here who have prayed us out. I'm going to pray us in, but I'm going to pray us in through a song. This song is for all of you who are speaking today. This song is for all of you who spoke yesterday. Oh, it's not working?
It's both.
Oh, okay. And it's for all of you who are here because you want more. And we have a God who gives us gifts more than we ever ask. So have thine own way, Lord. Have thine own way. Thou art the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me after thy will, while I am waiting, yielded and still. Okay. So perimenopause. I start with this because this is the most obvious symptom that people see. But what I want to know is how many of you have been in a building and you've been warm when it appears that others are not? Okay. And if it hasn't been you, you might have been with someone who was warm. So, today, I have 2 books. I have a question. Who in here is either going through perimenopause or has a dear friend who's suffering from perimenopause? You held your hand up first. And I saw you. I saw her. Okay, so give me a few moments. And as you heard last night, we were in the VIP section, and those women poured into us. One of the questions that I asked was, of Sarah, high energy, high income. I said, what about people who are more low key? I'm not one of those ones, not typically. And she said, be yourself. So I'm gonna be myself. So at 18, I went to a well-known private university on full academic scholarship. By 19, I had a 0.1 GPA, 0.01, and I was on academic disqualification. So I decided I was going to go to work in the corporate world. In my 20s, a director said to me, you're not going to end up as anything other than a clerk at Mervyn's. Mervyn's is a store combination between Walmart and Target. A few years later, a vice president said, Daria doesn't have a mind of her own. Now, those of you who know me know that that is far from the truth. I do have a mind of my own. Fast forward almost 20 years later, I had an executive MBA in management. I was a corporate leader. And there was a young man who convinced me that I did not want to climb the corporate ladder and that I wanted to marry him. So I did. 4 months after we said I do, I started having pains. I started having these terrible symptoms. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you need a hysterectomy. I said, I am an only child of a father who has been dying to have a grandchild. I am a new wife of a man who's been praying to be a father since he was a child. A hysterectomy is not an option. So I began to research alternative treatments, alternative things. And I found something. And the man said, do you want to not have surgery? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have surgery. He said, change your diet. And I did. And let me tell you, it went from going to the doctor every month in excruciating pain, to not having to go back to the doctor for many, many months. So I'm like, oh, this works. And I did for several years. But you know, the pains came back, and they came roaring back with a vengeance. And I went back to the doctor, and he said, Daria, you've held this off long enough. You have to have a hysterectomy. Excuse me. So, we went to the doctor, a different doctor, a specialist. He said, I have to do 11 procedures in this surgery due to endometriosis. My father looked at that doctor and said, is she going to die? And he said, she very well could. He said to me, I would rather have you than a grandchild that I don't know. My husband, who has wanted to be a father, said to me, God picked you for me. I would rather have you as a wife than a child that we don't have. So I had the surgery, and I will tell you, I felt like a broken woman. Not that I didn't feel that I was lesser of a woman, but I just felt broken because I felt that I let down those who loved me most, even though everybody was cool except me. But during this whole process with the endometriosis, there were still, I'm getting older, of course, so the perimenopause symptoms were in there. And so I started asking other women, did anybody tell you about perimenopause? And they'd say, no. Did anybody tell you when you were 10, 9, 8 that you were going to have a cycle? Yeah. So it became my vision to, wait a minute, if we're not talking about this, because 73% of women have symptoms that they don't manage. They don't manage because of fear. Ooh, it might be something wrong. Or, I don't know what this is, and, it'll go away. As I said, for those of you who were yesterday, if we are given the gift of life, change is going to come. So is it okay if I give you 3 tips, 3 areas about perimenopause this afternoon? Okay. The first one, manage your sleep hygiene. Now, when I say hygiene, what do you think of? You think your body, you think of showers and those type of things. But let me tell you this. Tim Detter said that sleep is the golden chain that binds our body and our health together. We take sleep for granted. Yeah. We take it for granted. Now, okay, participation. How many of you have an automobile, have ridden in an automobile, or know somebody who has an automobile? That's right. Okay, so imagine your car. Yesterday we heard about lights coming on. We heard about cars that had squeaky noises. When your car does those kind of things, you take it to the shop. And you tell the mechanics, here's my list of things that are wrong. And they say, we can fix that. Okay. They take it, they call you back and say, your car is ready. You go back, you whip out your credit card to get your beloved vehicle, and they say, oh, by the way, we only fixed 50% of this problem. We fixed 20% of this problem. We only fixed 5% of this one. And you say, that's okay. Here's my credit card. I need my car. How many of you would pay for that repair? No. Thank you. Guess what? When we don't get our rest, that is what we are doing to our bodies. We are running on vehicles that are not fully repaired. Because when we sleep, all of those systems, that's when they get the chance to say, you abuse me during the day, but I'm gonna fix it up at night. That's what we're doing. So I know you've heard about getting a certain amount of hours. You've heard all kinds of things. The one thing that I want is to just get yourself on a regular schedule. Your body will start to know, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I'm tired. I will go to sleep. When you say, well, tonight it's 9, tomorrow it's 7, the next night is 1, your body doesn't know what's going on. So get yourself on a regular routine. That will help your body repair. So for you techies who have Windows computers, who know about defragging, that defragging it's got all the little pixels all over the place. That's like your brain. At night, it takes and it defrags. And you wonder why we have memory fog. Because you have pixels on the left that should be on the right. So, if of anything, get yourself on a schedule. The second, mood swings. Anybody in here have mood swings? Okay. So perimenopause is not a time to abuse those mood swings because we are not an island. We live with people. We work with people. So what I want to say to those of you who haven't gone through it, or for those of you who are managers in offices where people may be, sometimes those mood swings, there is no control. The person who is smiling one moment may be in tears the next. The person who was laughing may be angry, fussing, cussing, carrying on, and you don't know. So those mood swings, sleep actually helps those mood swings. I'm going to move along quickly. The third, which is probably one of my favorites, I'm going to share a story. Layering is not just for cakes. So with that, we'll get my trusty fan again. Layering is not just for cakes. So think about the busiest road by your shopping center, by your mall, and wherever you live, there's always traffic. This time of year, there's extra traffic. So I want you to imagine, except you don't have to really, but just imagine you're driving down that busy street. I am in the car with my husband, and I said to him, "Do you hear that train?" He looked at me, he said, "No." I don't know about you, but the trains don't usually run near the malls. We keep going. We keep walking or driving. I'm like, "Are you sure you don't hear that train? It's getting louder." Nope. I said, "Did you turn on the heat?" No. I took off my coat. We're driving. I took off my sweater. At that point, he looks at me because we are on this busy thoroughfare. People can see into our car. I took off my shirt. He said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." This was my first hot flash. If it had been dark outside and I had thought taking off my bra would have helped, I would have thrown it too. So layering is not just for cakes. We need to dress so that if you get warm, you have something to take off. And for if you're like me and you're heavier than you're supposed to be or you were, you know what? The extra weight holds heat. So if you are wearing no layers and you are even heavier, you're in trouble. So my 3 areas of perimenopause. Take care of your sleep hygiene. Monitor those moods. And layering, it is not just for cakes. So I want to know, if you would like to learn more, you or your loved ones would like to learn more about perimenopause, there should be a barcode coming up soon. You can see me and reach me at www.imstillhot.com. And I will share with you a checklist. Remember I said 73% of women don't manage their symptoms. They don't know that some of the things that are going on are perimenopause symptoms. You can download the checklist, and for all of you who are here today, if you download it, and because I'll be able to see, I will give you, since we're at the end of the year, I actually have a goals journal that I am going to gift you in regard. And so it allows you to make goals toward your health, make goals toward your business, all in one. So, I am Daria Rosen. I help women shake the fear, ditch the shame, and embrace the change as they graduate, as we graduate from our reproductive years to the next chapter of life. Thank you.
I was like, it's not loud enough. I need it to be louder. Listen, are you guys enjoying it so far? Baby, my face is looking real shiny, so I'm about to put a little powder on it real quick. Hold on. Let me tell you something. 2024, baby. Let me tell you one thing that we're not going to do. What we're not going to do is try to be fake for 2024. What we're not going to do is try to ignore purple elephants in the room. What we're not going to do is expect everything to be perfect. What we're not going to do is be shiny on the screen. So I'm going to dab, dab, dab while we're live, okay? Hopefully this will give somebody a little bit of power when you guys are going live and utilizing technology. You think that you got to be perfect on the screen. Baby, I'm going to be myself, okay? So hopefully that gave you a little excitement, right? Because listen, how many of you guys want to be able to get on more platforms? How many of you guys want to be interviewed more? Can you see these amazing speakers that we've had thus far, from Crystal to April to Daria? I mean, just straight up amazing. And you know what I love so much about each and every one of them? They were just being themselves. Like, we don't got to get on stages, y'all, and try to be perfect and get on stages and try to think that we're going to mess up because somebody see that we made a mistake. So what? That is what's called being human, okay? And so if you guys know for 2024, your goal is to get on more platforms. If you want to get on more stages, if you want to be on podcasts, to media, to panel discussions, speaking at conference, I need y'all to drop the money sign in the chat. Come on, drop the money sign in the chat. Here comes some money. Hey, 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 dollar, dollar. Let me tell you something. For those of you guys who are planning to be on more stages, you're dropping the money in the chat. Let me tell you that right now, we are looking for more people to join us in the Book Prophets Club. We're looking for people that want to get down with the get down. We're looking for people who want to be a part of what we've got going on. Guys, I'm just here to let you know. Listen, and I'm not trying to, listen. Listen, y'all. I ain't trying to brag or nothing. But Book Prophets Club, hands down, has been just such an incredible journey. And we have so many amazing people who are a part of the Book Prophets Club family. They're right here in the chat. Shout out to all of you guys. Hold on. Let me just shout out everybody dropping the money signs in the chat. Okay. We got, let's see, because y'all know, Lord, here it go. Here it goes. As soon as I say, let me look, it's like now it's scrolling so fast. Hold on. For those of y'all who are not watching in the conference, you're watching on social media, because I know y'all don't really be thinking people be on here chatting. Let me just pull it up real quick. Hold on. Let me pause it. Y'all drop the money signs one more time. Drop the money signs while I share the screen real quick so everybody can see what's going on. So watch this, y'all. Look at how crazy the chat is going. Lena PaytonWebb, Jakara, Deborah, Cynthia. Come on, y'all. Dr. Stevie. Who else in the chat? Look at this. This chat is going crazy. Dominique Carson, Savita, Sylvia, April, B. Andrews, Lena. What else? Oh, come on, y'all. Drop the money signs in the chat. So for those of you guys, if you're watching on social media, you definitely want to go ahead and plug into us live here in the conference, because the chat is chatting. Okay, the chat is chat. Y'all have probably shown more energy today than all the other days. I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it, because it definitely encourages our speakers to just be able to really be able to connect with you more. It's definitely exciting. So if you're watching on social media, for you, we have about 50 people right now watching on different platforms. We're streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You want to make sure you come on over, register by going to New Year, New You Conference. We're going to be doing some giveaways on tonight. We're going to be selecting 4 names. Okay, 4 names. Also, remember I told y'all to post that screenshot of y'all doing a little networking. Remember I told y'all, and let me just shout out some of y'all. I'm going to go to the Facebook group right now. Let me go to the Facebook group and just shout out a few folks that actually did do the homework, child. Y'all posted. Listen, I went all the way in on y'all yesterday. I did go all the way in yesterday. And guess what y'all did? Y'all showed up and showed out. So hold on. Let me pull up the group. Let me pull up the group real quick. Am I looking at it right? What in the world, child? You know how Instagram just be having so many different things on here. I can't never tell which one to click on. But here we go. So we got some people to shout out. I'm going to shout out just a few of you guys. Let's see. I can't see the name. Oh, Cherie, Allison Casey, Savita Boswick, Patricia Pearson, Deshonda Jennings, Rhonda Stinson Boyd, Bernita Andrews, Jessica Lotz, Maeva Hillary Clark, Tish Dinkins, Crystal Mance, Yolanda Zachary, let's see, Stevie Aisha Mills, Dawn Mingay, Tiffany, Donna, I hope I said that right. I know Minji. What do we say at Author All Stars, Dawn? Dawn, you need to schedule a strategy session with me too if you watch it. LaJoyce Lewis, let's see, Tiffany Teachy. Y'all wasn't playing. I think I went in enough for y'all. Y'all did your homework. Well, let me tell you, look, it's more of y'all. It's more. Dr. Iris, Sharon, two Sharons, Amanda Butler, Jerry Ramirez. Okay, it's a lot of y'all. Y'all did your homework. Okay, so let me show you this. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so how many of you guys are Author All-Stars? Do we have any Author All-Stars that are here? Any Author All-Stars that are here? If we have any Author All-Stars that are here, let me share this screen real quick again. Well, let me lead up to it. So we had our Author All-Stars conference that took place in December. So shout out to all of our Author All-Stars in the house. And just in case y'all don't know, our next major conference, somebody actually asked, why don't we do more conferences? If you want to chip in to that 30K ticket, that's the minimum what it starts at, y'all. Doing conferences is not as easy as many people think. Why we don't do more than 2? What? Child, do you know how stressful those events are? But I'm gonna tell you this, Author All-Stars is amazing. Hands down, flat out amazing, okay? But I will talk to you guys about the other opportunity that we're gonna be having to do more events. But somebody literally was like, why we don't have more events? Because ain't nobody paying for them. Okay. And by the way, we keep our tickets very minimally. Let me just be honest, right? So, I mean, we're talking about for what we provided, the conferences are charging $3,000 for those types of events. Now, if you want us to increase the prices of the conference, we can do that, and then we can have more events. So you let me know. I'll increase the price to $3,000, and then we can have 4 events a year. So y'all let me know, and we can do that, okay? But we have another conference that's coming up, Ignite to Profits, where we're going to be also unveiling some new awards. Hello. New recognition. Anyways, back to what I was stating. So at Author All Stars, right? Yes, we got to take care of ourselves, right? And by the way, y'all are always welcome to do your own events. Hello. And you can invite me to come to it. I will come speak. But speaking on that, we've got other stuff that's coming up. My sister's keeper, my brother's keeper. That's an event with my good sis. Listen, all I can tell you is that event is going to be crazy. Then we also have the event in Canada that I set up for us. We have another event where I'm trying to sit down with the coordinator from New York. So while we may not be doing all the events, I am not playing. My foot is on their necks. Okay. So we are looking to get more opportunities for you. Book Profits Club members. You guys know you get priority, but we're looking to have more events. So anyways, we did this article that went out. How many of y'all remember that Forbes article that came out? And how many of you guys leveraged that Forbes? If that Forbes.1 article did something for you and your business, gave you additional attention, I want you to type 2 in the chat. Type 2 in the chat. I just want everybody to see, because this is what I'm doing for everybody that did their homework. This is what everybody did their homework. Type 2 in the chat. Because, by the way, this actually is an investment for me. Okay, so this is why you don't see us do a ton of these Forbes. We actually have to spend $1,000 for this article. Everybody that did their homework in the appropriate time, you're going to be listed. We're going to be creating a new article for Forbes.1. Yes, so let me show you what the one looked like for Author All Stars. So this was the Author All Stars article that came out. And so we're going to be making a great announcement. It's going to be a nice full article. It's going to have your handle in there, but we're also then going to create a separate flyer that you guys are going to be able to use to put out there and promote that you are now listed in Forbes.1, which is the subsidiary of Forbes. All I can tell you is this: many people put this flyer out that we created for them, and they were getting a lot of attention because recognition gets recognized. I told y'all this is a $1,000 investment for me. Literally, nobody paid any money to be here. All you had to do was follow the homework, and now you are getting an amazing opportunity to get some great exposure as well as recognition. Amen? So, just wanted to let y'all know that's one thing that y'all get for being here and doing your homework. All right. But guess what, y'all? We have more giveaways that we're doing today. Not giveaways. We're going to be doing more, picking 4 names by the end of tonight. 4 names by the end of tonight. Okay. So remember, for those of you guys that shot a video, your name will be listed 10 times. For those of you guys who got your points up, as long as it's over 100, you will be listed and your name may possibly be picked. But 2 people got their name picked yesterday and was not here. We're not going to say the names. We're not going to call it out. This is only for non-speakers, though. Speakers, by the way, speakers, you do not need to upgrade to VIP. I had to refund a speaker. It's funny because the ones that are paying for VIP are the ones who've already invested into themselves, who are the ones who are getting the results. I've already refunded 3 people who've purchased VIP tickets so that they can get access to all of the workshop replays. Speakers, y'all don't have to invest into it. It's crazy. I pay attention to results. I'm one of those girls where I look at what the majority are doing and I do the opposite. Does that make sense? Like, if everybody is going that way and I see a few go that way, I'm trying to see what's going on with their mindset and why they're going that way. Because I don't like to be in the crowd. I don't like to be with the crowd. I don't like to run with the crowd. I like to run with the winner. Okay? period. So it's weird that I'm having to refund the people who've already invested into themselves to be a part of this amazing platform, whether you are inner circle or you are one of our speakers. Crazy. It's crazy to me, right? Because they get it. And so if you did not pay anything to be here, right, I'm going to highly encourage you, upgrade to the VIP. You're going to get a chance to see our speakers again today. They're going to tell you what their workshops are about, but we're about to get ready to go into, are y'all happy about the Forbes article? See, like, I'm already spending money on y'all. Ain't that a blip? Right? So you know why I'm doing that? Because I believe in you. And I want to show you how recognition can literally change your business. Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, she's here, and she put up a post, and I talked about her. I talked about her at the Author All Stars, right? Who says I will be on their platform? I see somebody typing in the Facebook group. I can't see the names if you're in the Facebook group. Just come on over here to the chat. Register and join us over here so I can see who it is, because you got a lot of, I don't know what your platform is, but we got a lot of people over here that would love to be on a platform too, honey. Okay, so, and I mean, opportunity. This is a networking opportunity here. Crazy. So Dr. Stevie put a post on social media the other day, and it was like several weeks ago. And it went over the head of a lot of people. They were not understanding, I don't think, what she meant by the post. Because if it's one thing I know, one thing I will say about Dr. Stevie, she's on the positive side more than she's on the other side. Is that making sense? And so she put a post up. She says, if you pay for recognition, it's not necessarily recognition, it's marketing. And it was funny how many people, this is what's crazy in the mindset of people running businesses. Guys, in order to grow a business, you must market yourself. Is it true? In order to grow a business, you must market yourself. Is that true? But does everybody understand that marketing also costs money? To get on a radio show, to get your commercial played on a radio show, even today, you're going to spend $1. To get your commercial played on a television show, you're going to spend $1. That's called marketing. To get in a newspaper ad, you're going to spend money. To get on some stages, you got to spend money. That's called marketing. And so it was going over people's heads because they was like, yeah, exactly. I would never pay for recognition. But do y'all understand the reason why Instagram emailed me today and said, we're interested in possibly having you on a panel? Instagram. Now, whether or not I get accepted, I'm just the idea that they even seen your girl. When you got so many people on Instagram with 100,000 plus followers, they got your girl over here doing a little interview because I might be on a panel. Because recognition gets recognized. Do you understand? Marketing is vital for our businesses. And the reason why a majority of entrepreneurs today, let me get to these speakers. I'm not trying to go in on y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? The reason why entrepreneurs today, they're not winning because social media got us confused out here thinking that I don't need to do nothing else. By the way, can I say one more thing and then I'm going to bring on the speaker. Then I'm going to be quiet. Y'all be thinking that the number one goal for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter is let me get my followers up. Taria, can you teach us what to do on social media? No, because I'm going to tell you to this day, that is not what got me to 6 figures. What got me to 6 figures, my very first year of coaching, what got me to be in the top 5% bracket of coaching is by following a simple system. Are y'all ready? Everybody, if you're ready, I'm going to give you some notes. Number one, the first thing that everybody here needs to be doing is sliding up in them DMs. If you are here at this conference as a result of me sending you a DM message, I want you to type DM in the chat. If you're watching this conference because you actually got a DM from me on any social media that says, hey, are you coming to New Year? I want you to type DM in the chat. Guys, you got to be willing to slide in the DMs. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of ads, coaches and stuff like that that'll try to tell you DMing don't work. But the weird thing is that in their ad training, the same thing they teach you is to DM. The craziness of it all. The craziness of it all. Number one, you got to be willing to slide in them DMs and invite people to your stuff. Some of y'all are here, but you know I've invited you over and over and over and over and over and over. You've left me on red. And finally you was like, this girl just keep on. She just not going to stop. She is not going to stop. She is not going to stop. Let me just respond. Number two, this is what's going to get y'all to six figures. Not when do I need a post on Instagram, Taria? What time should I post my Facebook? Your social media timeline is literally for confirmation. That's it. Like we be thinking that let me become a big influencer and build up a massive following of 200 million zillion people when guys, don't y'all know the bigger you build a following, the more people be in your business? And I don't want everybody in my goddamn business. Number one is DMs. Number two is doing one webinar, workshop presentation at least per month. I made my money utilizing Eventbrite, Facebook events, meetup.com, and doing workshops. And every single month, but I was doing them for a week. Every single month, I was DMing people and saying, hey, what you doing Saturday? What you doing Saturday? Are you coming to my workshop? And then you see how people are doing these power talks? They're going to be doing a workshop on Saturday that's going to be a full workshop giving value. Because one thing I've learned is that when you give someone that understands value and principle, if you give someone good value, they're going to value you and want more of it. Money is a tool. We've got to stop giving so much spiritual value to something that was created by man. Literally, we give money more spiritual value than we do our time. There are people who praise money more than they praise the understanding of what the word says. What you sow, you shall reap. We ain't sold no money, we expect to get money. We ain't sold no time, we expect to get time. We ain't sold no love, we expect to get love. You mad because they not buying from you, but you ain't bought nothing from nobody. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Okay, I said I'm going to hurry up because I got to hurry up. We ain't got a lot of time. Number three, are y'all with me? Number three, can you go live on any one of your platforms where one or two people may be watching? Y'all, I was live on Instagram one day. One person was watching. And at the end, I said, listen, if you want access to my free masterclass where I'm going to teach you the mistakes that authors make and why they don't ever make money, go to 10kbook.com. That person went to 10kbook.com. Within a matter of an hour, boop, I saw a purchase of $497 come through my account. One person on my social media. We thinking that I got to have 20, 30, 40, 50 people before I actually go live. They lied to you. Most of the people that be having 30, 40 people on their lives don't even be talking about nothing. They just be in there staring at the screen. No. We give good value, 30 minutes, and then you make an offer. Number 4. Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Number 4. Sales calls. We now call them interviews. Is Lena here? Lena PaytonWebb? We about to bring her up in a minute. Lena sent me a message, y'all, today, because one of the things with our inner circle members is they get to message me one-on-one. And she messaged me today and said, one more positive note. I have been booked consistently the last few weeks. Next week, I have 4 interviews, aka sales calls. She said, I sent a Happy New Year email that asked if I could interview them, and the response has been good. Lena has been closing more people into her publishing business than ever before, because it all boils down to how many people are you saying, this is how much my product costs. How do you want to get started? We keep hoping and wishing and praying. If I keep posting the link to my website, they'll go buy. They're not. We keep hoping and wishing and praying. If I tell people, go sign up for my premium course, they're not. You have to get on a phone call with them and say, this is how much it costs. We have a script that we follow, but this is how much it costs. How do you want to get started? And then number 5. And this is the one in me where I'm tucking my tail and I'm being a little humble. Because I made 6 figures before I ever got on anybody else's stage. Imagine if I would have been focusing on getting on other platforms, where my business would be today. Because I'm going to tell you, I came from a world where, listen, people was doing sneaky stuff, honey. It was hard to trust. And I just was like, forget it. I don't need nobody's platform. I'm going to build my own. And so I didn't want to speak on nobody's stage. I didn't want to go to nobody. I didn't want to be in nobody. And let me just tell you something. Everybody type this in. I'm bad to the bone. Type that in the chat. I'm bad to the bone. I am so amazing when I get on a stage that a lot of times people are left intimidated. They don't want me to get back on this. I'm just being honest. I'm bad to the bone. I'm an amazing speaker. Like, I will sell out a room. I can close a room. My sales skills are on top. Listen, I have to say this type of stuff to me all the time because otherwise I would take it personal. I'm bad to the bone. If you get me on your stage, now I always do things ethically. I'm not going to somebody's event and trying to sell my premium or core product. I'm going to sell books or something simple. But anytime you get me on a stage, baby, I'm going to sell. So I was like, you know what? I don't need to be at nobody else's event. You know what I'm saying? So I would not pitch myself to get on podcasts. I would not pitch myself to get on stages. I would not pitch myself. And if I would have done that, if I only would have understood the power of collaboration when I first got started, y'all, listen. But we're not going to cry over spilled milk. But what we are going to do moving forward is teach our Book Profits Club members how to do it right. 2 OPPs. This OPP stands for other people's platforms. So number one, you're going to slide in those DMs. Number 2, you're going to go live once per week for 30 minutes and offer people to register for your free giveaway. Number 3, you're going to do a 1-hour webinar per month where you invite everybody that's on your email list, as well as still sliding them DMs and inviting them to that. Number 4, you're going to do 4 to 6 sales calls per week. If you are telling me you don't have no money and you're not doing sales calls, you don't want no money. I'm just being honest, y'all. You don't want to make money if you're not doing sales calls. Well, I don't have nobody to call. I bet you 9 times out of 10, I can find a list of contacts that you have from people that would be ready to invest into you. And then number 5, 2 OPPs. All right, y'all, let's get into our next speaker. I ain't gonna keep talking y'all to death.
Right. Yes. All right. Thank the Lord for waking me up this morning. Amen. Amen. Yes. Because somebody didn't wake up today. Yes. All right. Got to wash my face, brush my teeth, get my day started, make sure I pray, put God first, meditate. All right, get the kids up, get them ready, make their lunch, iron their clothes. Okay, I should did that on Sunday. No, I should have made them do it. I need to stop trying to do everything. I just need to stop. Oh, my phone's ringing. Good morning. Yeah, hey, girl, what's up? Okay, yes, we talked about prioritizing mental health. Yeah, what time is the class? 6 o'clock. Girl, I'm in that thing, girl, yeah. All right, see you at 6. All right. Why did I tell her that I got to take the boys to basketball camp? My daughters need this. Oh, thank you. My daughter needs this at 6:30. Oh, thank you. I just need to stop trying to do so much. You know what? I just need to remove the mask and keep it real. All right.
All right.
We're gonna use it both. You're gonna use it both. Okay. All right, question. How many of you prioritize your mental health consistently by show of hands? All right, you can put your hands down. Did you know statistics show that 47% of women do not prioritize their mental health? They are dying at higher rates than men due to heart attacks, strokes, again, because they are not prioritizing their mental health. So that is why today we're going to talk about breaking chains of mass authenticity, because it's time to start normalizing the importance of prioritizing our mental health. So, first thing I want you to do is I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor to the right, and I need you to tell them, say, keep it real. Keep it real. Turn to the left, and I need you to tell them to remove the mask. Yes. All right. All right. If they don't want to remove the mask, we gotta get away from them, because they ain't trying to be real. All right, so when it comes to breaking chains, it's done in 3 steps. So number 1, you have to delegate and ask for help. So I want y'all to do that with me. Say, delegate. And ask for help. Let me see. I didn't see everybody. Ask for help. Yes. Number 2, you have to define your identity and your purpose. So I want y'all to do that. Define your identity and your purpose. And number 3, you have to determine the real you. So y'all snap with me. Say, determine the real. Yep. Yes. Love it, love it. All right, so before we get into the steps, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Y'all want to hear about me? Y'all want to hear? Okay, thank you. Nobody said no. Okay. So, born and raised, Dallas, Texas. Any Cowboy fans in here? No. I'm basketball, so I'll let y'all have y'all Cowboy thing. Y'all fine. Okay. So, born and raised Dallas, Texas. Growing up in my family, I was the oldest in my family. Anybody in here was the oldest in their family? All right, y'all feel my pain. You always getting blamed for everything. Okay. You weren't even there and you're getting blamed for it. And so with that being said, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. You know, from all the cooking, the cleaning, to getting your siblings ready. And like I tell people all the time, it prepares you for the real world, but it oftentimes enables your younger siblings. So my mom, she always had a rule that when she asked you to do something, that you would stop what you were doing, you would do it. And the thing about that is when I became an adult, I would always do that. So when people asked me to do something, I would stop what I was doing and do it. But what I realized is that when I needed somebody to do something for me, there was what? Nowhere to be found. So I had to learn to make people wait. Let me hear you say, make people wait. Make people wait. Yes. So growing up, I endured a lot of mental and physical abuse at the hands of my mom. And one day, she had some chicken in the fridge. Her friend came over, and he ate the chicken. She looked in the fridge, didn't see a chicken. So who did she take it out on? Me. And I was used to taking beatings, but this one was different. I'll never forget my dad, he came in, he grabbed the belt out of her hand, and I just remember that day just telling myself, okay, if I ever have kids, I don't never want them to have to endure this. Because this is love, this don't feel like love and don't look like love. And my younger siblings, they weren't treated like this, so I just couldn't understand why. Until the day I found out that my dad that raised me was not my biological father. So then that's when I started to connect the pieces. Let me hear you say connect the pieces. Connect the pieces. Yes, but in this moment, I just felt like I didn't know who I was. I just felt lost. I just felt like I didn't know my self-worth. I'm literally going through an identity crisis. And life goes on, right? And so I asked my mom for questions, and y'all think she told the truth? No. But I said, okay. So that's when I became an investigator. But that's a story for another time. But living life, I turned 18, I left home, I didn't look back. I got a chance to meet my biological family, found out I had older siblings, and they lived right down the street. I was like, dang, we never even ran into each other at the grocery store. It was crazy. So things look like they're getting better. I'm 19, I go to driving school, and I find out I'm tangled up with the wrong people. Let me hear y'all say the wrong people. Yes, so now I'm 19, I'm pregnant. Now I've endured sexual abuse at the hands of my daughter's grandfather. And I'm like, wow, here I am. I was so eager to leave home when I turned 18. And I realized I found myself in another situation with different people, but the game remained the same. So I had to remember and realize and sit in that moment and realize that, you know what, if you don't deal with your trauma is going to deal with you. So I went off to college, working. In college I was known as the Walmart girl because I wasn't in class. I was at Walmart. And I took that gracefully. I was like, hey, y'all. But one day this lady walked in. She was a soldier, and I had never seen an African-American woman soldier. So when I looked at her, I was like, ooh, if she can do it, I can too. And my life changed from there. I went off to basic training, went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, met some amazing people. And this is where I began to realize the importance for valuing your mental health. Like just getting the exposure, the experience, seeing people with straight jackets on, not being able to have shoestrings in their shoes for fear that they're going to do something to hurt themselves. Not being able to sleep in their bed with sheets because for fear that they're going to hang themselves in the middle of the night and commit suicide. And it just makes you realize, okay, you have to prioritize your mental health. So then I got hurt in basic training, had to come back home, finish college, which was good from that aspect. And I realized then, whether it was working in corporate America, working in the military, working in the field of education, that you have to value your own mental health because nobody is going to care more about you than you. So Oprah Winfrey said, if you don't learn to fill up your cup first, others will run you dry. So I'm gonna say that again. Oprah Winfrey said, if you don't learn to fill up your cup first, others will run you dry. And we notice in our day-to-day interaction when we're passing by people and people ask us how we're doing, most times people say what? Fine, good, right? Okay. But the reality of it is we gotta say, no, you know what, I'm not good. On my way here today, I literally yelling at the kids, telling me, I'm the wrong one, don't mess with me today. When I get in today, them chores better be done. Then we get out the car, hey y'all, how you doing? Good morning. I'm good, everything's good, great. But no, I'm not. My blood pressure high, like just unnecessary, right? Unnecessary. So we have to start, and that's why we're gonna talk about today, normalizing the importance of breaking chains of mass authenticity, keeping it real. So I want you to ask your neighbor, are you ready to keep it real? Are you ready to keep it real? All right. So who's listening? Step one, we have to do what? Delegate. Hello. Delegate and ask for help. I didn't see y'all. You got to say delegate and ask for help. Yes. All right. So Steve Jobs said that empowering not only empowers you as a leader, but it also empowers your team. As a mental health professional, I talk to a lot of people who are running their households. And one thing about it is that they've been told a lot. They've been told that if they want something done right, they have to do it themselves. But the reality of it is that's not right. No one can do everything and do it well. So we have to learn to delegate. It's okay to get help. And how can we allow others to embrace the art or the passion that we have for something if we are not delegating and letting them help us? So whether it's the upkeep of the home, the upkeep of our business, everyone has to work together and delegate. But it starts with mentally letting go. We have to be able to mentally let go and realize and believe that we are telling them what to do. We're showing them what to do. Because some people believe that you can just tell people. No, you got to show people. So tell people, show people, and then you have to follow up. There is power in the follow-up. Let me hear y'all say there is power in the following up. Yes. Yes. Okay, so you have to follow up because the reality of it is if you don't, it just creates a cycle. Because once you told them to do it and they don't do it, how many times we tell our kids to do stuff, they don't do it. But at the end of the day, if you go right behind them and you do it, that's creating a cycle. Because they're going to be like, oh, mama do it. Your employee's going to say, she don't do it because she want it done right. No, we have to break the cycle. Let me hear you say, I'm breaking the cycle. Yes. breaking the cycle. Yes. And so that's the importance that we have to start there. So we have to tell them how to do it, show them, and then from there we have to go and follow up. So there's an activity that you guys have. It's a sheet of paper. Wave it in the air. Okay. That is your delegation brain dump map. Okay. And what I want you to do, because we have to remember we are not energizing bunnies. Okay. We have to learn to rest, but we have to also make sure that we are delegating and spending our time on the things that we need to spend our time on. Because you can never get your time back. So on this brain map, okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I want you to go through and circle everything that you do. We think about from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. I want you to circle everything that you do in a day's time. All right, 15 seconds. All right, 5 more seconds. All right, time is up. All right, so I want you to raise your hand if you have more items circled than uncircled on your paper. So you have more items that are circled than uncircled, raise your hand. All right, all right. That means it is time for you to start delegating. I know some people didn't raise their hand. Y'all check your neighbor's paper, see if they telling the truth. I think somebody lying, All right, okay, good. All right, so we don't want to put nobody on the spot, right? All right, so what we want you to do now is I want you to ball that paper up. Ball it up. Ball it up, okay? So I'm going to count to 3. We're going to do it together. We're going to count to 3, and then you're going to throw it across the room, and I want you to scream as loud as you can the word delegate, all right? So everybody got the instructions? Ready. All right, so your paper should be balled up. All right, we see, okay. Everybody got the first step? Okay. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, delegate! Woo! I want y'all to say that again. Say delegate! Yes. Now I want y'all to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in. Release. Another deep breath in. And release. Give yourself a round of applause. Yes. You did it. That was the first step. The first step is you have to mentally let go. Because you've been told all your life that if I don't do it, it ain't going to get done right. Then you're going to burn yourself out. And that leads to exhaustion. So that's the first step. Mentally letting go. So now that goes to step 2. What is step 2? All right, y'all got to do it with me. Say define your identity and your purpose. That's right. So Psalm number 139 verse 14 says that I am fearfully and wonderfully made whole. And so when you know that, that means you can walk in your identity and your purpose. And you know who you are and you know whose you are. But the problem with that is if you don't know your passion, if you don't know what your purpose is in life, how can you walk in knowing that you're fearfully and wonderfully made whole? So some people at the age of 5, 12, they know what they want to be. They know they want to be a doctor. They know they want to be a lawyer. But some people don't know that. And that's why I've learned that you have to embrace the journey. Let me hear y'all say embrace the journey. Embrace the journey. Yes. So I'll never forget, it was my junior year, getting ready to go into my senior year, and I just did not know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be after high school. And I was talking to my grandmother. Her name was Venezuela. It's different. And she's no longer alive. She passed away from breast cancer. But one thing she would always tell me, she'd be like, ooh, Britteny, sure do love her grandmother. And she was like, just go be an entrepreneur. And I was like, okay, but still, I know my gift is to help people. But I still didn't know what, start a business, how. I didn't know, what, should I still be a nurse or a teacher? What do? I just don't know. And what I've learned is throughout the journey of being in the military, working in corporate America, getting cursed out every day, one thing I learned is you do not ask anybody, do they want to sell their items? and have a garage sale, because you're going to get cursed out, okay? But what I learned is that in the midst of all of that, whether it's working in education in the classroom, that you have to embrace that journey, and that's what prepares you for where you are. I wouldn't be where I am today had I not taken those steps and done all the different twists and turns. Even though I always fought the classroom, I was like, I'm not working with people who bad kids. I'm not going to do that. But God has a funny way of putting you right there, and then I realized that they need us too. They need us. Like, we can't forget about them, right? And, you know, I've done everything, whether you say, because in that moment, I thought I had found my passion. I thought I had found my purpose. But I realized the money and my passion just didn't match, okay? So I did like most. I added on other roles, you know, by already being a wife, a mom of four, a teacher, doing all this stuff, from Amway to Mary Kay, you name it, I did it. Electricity, I'm going up to people in the grocery store with my kids in the basket. And I'm really like, hey, who's your electricity provider? Let me sign you up. Put your social right here. $0 deposit. They're like, okay, $0. Like, my kids like, Mom, can we just get groceries? I'm like, no, I'm trying to get some money, okay? But all of that, I went through all of that, and I said, you know, I realized I put in so much work for other people and other things that it's time for me to do it for myself. And that's what helped me to define my purpose. And that's why I ended up getting the field of mental health, because again, if you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of you better than you? So, yes. So when you think about that, you have to know that when you are walking your identity and purpose, that you are saying yes more to yourself and no to others. So, turn and tell your neighbor, say no. No. Say I ain't doing it. Yes, and it feels good to say no sometimes, right? Especially when it's not in alignment. But the kids, when you know that you're walking in your purpose, you can easily say no to anything that's not in alignment. So now when people call me like, hey girl, I got this new, nope, it's not in alignment with where I am right now and what I'm doing. So I don't feel bad about saying no, because I know who I am and I know whose I am. But the problem before is I didn't know. So I was like, you can show me how to make some money. I'm in that thing as long as it's legal. I'm in that thing. I'm like, yes, I'll be there. But now I'm like, no, I can't. I cannot do it. I don't have the energy. I just can't, because it's not something that I'm passionate about. So identifying your identity and purpose is so important. Yes more to yourself and no more to others. So then we go to step 3. What is 3? You got to snap with it. Determine your real you. Yes. So that means that you have to officially remove the mask. You got to keep it real. You got to sit in it. Be real with yourself. Like, are the people that I'm hanging with, are the people that I'm surrounding myself, the conversations, is in alignment with where I see myself going? And if it's not, you got to remove yourself. But that comes with being real with yourself. And having those moments where you say, okay, weekly, monthly, quarterly, sitting down saying like, okay, this is not conducive to where I'm going. And one thing I learned last night at the VIP dinner is sometimes your circle is going to get small, and that's okay. But once God gets you to where you desire to be, you're good. You're good, because he's taking care of us the whole way through. We might not see it right now, but it's coming. It's coming. We got to keep the faith. Yes. So then the next step to being real with yourself, removing the mask, is you have to make sure that you affirm yourself. So talking to a lot of clients, they tell me, I don't like saying affirmations. But the reality of it is how can you expect someone else to affirm you if you don't even affirm yourself? So I want you to tell yourself right now, say, I am worthy. I am worthy. I deserve all that God has for me. I deserve all that God has for me. So when you walk through the door, you got to walk with your head held high, because you know that everything that is in store for you is for you. And that's why, to be honest, we're all in here. We all have, most of us have written a book, but nobody's threatened by anybody, because, hey, there's enough money for us all at the table. Yes. Yes. And we can all work together. Collaboration. Yes. Yes. So next, I like to call it the big 4. Let me hear y'all say 4. 4. Yes. And so first you have to schedule it. You have to schedule time with yourself. Okay, let me hear you say, I got to date myself. Yes. 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 So number one, you gotta date yourself, okay? Number two, you have to do the things that you enjoy doing, okay? Whether that's exercising, playing tennis, or bowling. Do things that you truly enjoy doing. Because when you're focused on everybody else, you forget about yourself. So then next, you have to set clear boundaries. Because if you don't set boundaries that you respect, no one else is going to respect the boundary if you don't even respect the boundary. And then number four, we have to match energy. Let me hear you say, I'm matching energy. Yes. We have to stop pouring into people who refuse to pour into us. Period. We have to do it. Because if not, remember, they're going to run you dry, right? And then you don't have nothing to pour. Your cup's going to be empty, okay? It's going to be completely empty, okay? So, you might not even get that. So those are your four, okay? Then next from there, you have to just remember that you are valuable and that you're worthy. Because if you don't remember that, you're just going to be torn and pulled here and there and there and there. So when life happens, that's how people get into depression and different things of that nature. Because they just been at this place where they're yes, yes, yes. And now it's like you feel like, okay, what about me? Who cares about me? And you do feel like that sometimes. But when you're doing the things that you need, doing things that you enjoy doing, and reminding yourself and having those check-ins, that reminds you, okay, it's already on the calendar for me to spend time with me. So I want everybody to close their eyes. And I want you to imagine that you are on an ocean. You're laying by the ocean. You can hear the water and the waves. Your kids are running around, they're having a good time. There's no drama in your life. You're finally at a place where you're delegating, you're asking for help, and you have identified your purpose. And you're at a place that you know the real you. Then you also have a personal butler and a personal chef. You're just living the life, like, yes. What I want you to do is open your eyes. And I want you to think about that last memory that was on your mind. And I want you to think about how can you make more of those memories be your reality? Because you can have it. It starts with your mindset of how you believe it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. So, Angela Davis said, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change, but I am changing the things I can no longer accept. So if you said today, you know what, I'm tired of feeling like I got to do everything, not being able to mentally let go, not being able to delegate, I'm not asking for help like I need to be, or if you just want to spend time with me. But you can always, you can go to focusyoursuccess.com and you can download, the QR code should be up here, but you can download my 30-day actionable calendar on how to prioritize your mental health, which also gives you access to my free masterclass on the importance of prioritizing your mental health. Because if you don't take care of you, no one else is going to take care of you like you. So make sure you go to focusyoursuccess.com and download my 30-day actionable calendar on ways that you can prioritize your mental health so we can work together to keep a positive mindset. So, before I leave you today, I want everybody to take out their phone, which I see most of y'all already got. And I want you to snap a selfie. Snap a selfie of yourself. I want y'all to remember this day. All right. And so I'm going to give y'all the phone number. The first 5 people actually, but the first person that sends me their selfie will get a copy of my book, Stop the Drama. And the 5th person that messages me their selfie will get a free strategy session with me. So I want you to also go to your camera part. I know y'all are doing that part, but I want y'all to go to your camera part and look at yourself. And I want you to talk to yourself in the camera. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all what to say though. Okay, I want everybody to say it with me. Say, this day forward, I will prioritize me. Y'all gotta say it like y'all mean it, because I don't think y'all really mean it. Okay, let's do it again. This day forward, I will prioritize me. Okay, that sounds good. I think we should say it one more time. One more time. All right. This day forward, I will prioritize entrepreneurs and educators to cultivate better relationships by prioritizing their mental health.
To Miss Daria, Vision of Mance, for such an amazing vision and opportunity that she has created for us today. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. So I have a question. Did you know that 70% of adults in the United States of America will face some type of mental health or emotional trauma? 70%. Matter of fact, do we have any mental health professionals or spiritual leaders in the space today? Okay, so right now I have some fabulous assistants that's gonna hand you something, and I just want you to follow the instructions on the bottom of the page. And I want y'all to pay attention to two of these special assistants. Most people have one good man, I got two. Okay. Did y'all read that? I got two. So, my name is Lena PaytonWebb, and I help authors, coaches, and consultants create additional streams of income using custom coloring books, journals, workbooks, and self-help books. So first, can I share just a little bit about me with you guys? Yes. Is that all right? All right. So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. Anybody from Detroit? Yes, hey! West side or east side? You from the west side or you from the east side?
I'm from, you know what, I was young.
She was young. All right, that counts. All right. I currently live in Daphne, Alabama. Y'all know what Daphne, Alabama is? Yes. Okay, all right, okay. Well, I didn't, but okay. That's about 4 years ago. I am a certified graphic designer by trade of 30 plus years. I have worked with such companies as the Final Call newspaper. Anybody ever heard of Final Call? Yes. The Michigan Citizen newspaper. Little Caesar's Pizza, y'all. Get them hot breadies. So I used to do their ads for Little Caesar's Pizza. I worked for the first black print company in Detroit. I'm a certified therapeutic art coach as well. I am a 21, 11-month, 7-day, and if you give me a few minutes, I can tell you the minutes and the seconds, Army retired veteran. Do we have any other veterans in the space today? Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And Mama, thank you for your service. All right. So back around 2010, while I was serving, I was diagnosed with cancer. This cancer tried to take me out. Not just out of my body, but in my mind. It didn't just attack my body, it took everything I thought I knew. It had me distraught. It had me distressed. It had me angry. It had me confused. It had me worried. It had me stressed. It had me all the things you could possibly imagine and then some. See, prior to that, or at that time, I was living my best life, right? I'm in the Army. I'm being all I can be. Right? I mean all. When I say the girl was bad, I was bad. I was an Army recruiter. I did that. I was what they call battle staff certified. I did that. I was a senior non-commissioned officer. I was a staff sergeant, a sergeant first class promotable. I did that. And then I had the nerve to go from enlisted to officer. I did that. So when I say your girl was bad, I was bad. Until one day, I decide to take my girls to the doctors for some cheerleading physicals, y'all. Simple cheerleading physicals. So I said, we all gonna get these physicals on the same day. We go to the doctor. They do the physical. And then I get the call. Lena, we need you to come back in here. Your test results have come back and it says you have leukemia. My response was, who? That ain't mine. And what you talking about? I refused to go back to that doctor. I went to another doctor to get a second opinion to yield the same result. The nurse says, well, leukemia is what we call a silent killer, because you don't know it, you have it until it's too late. She said, well, didn't you feel tired? I'm like, I'm a single parent. I'm being all I can be. I was taking care of my dying father who had bladder cancer. I was always tired. That was normal to me. I had 373 soldiers up under me because I was being all I could be. Yes, I was tired. She said, well, we need you to come in here for this treatment. I said, well, you don't understand. I just said I got these kids at home. I got my dying father, and I got 373 soldiers. I can't. I have nobody to help me. Next day, another nurse called, and she said, Lena, you got to come in here. I said, I know the lady done told you. I can't. I got these kids at home. I'm a single parent. I got my daddy here dying, and I got 373 soldiers depending on me because I got to be all I can be, right? Yeah. The next day, a social worker calls, and she says, Lena, you got to come in here. I'm like, lady, I got to tell you too. That was my thought, like, here we go again. She says, if you do not come in here for this treatment, you won't be there for them soldiers, you won't be there for your father, and you won't be there for those girls. She said, come in and just talk to me. I said, lady, what does treatment look like anyway? What's going to happen to me? I already see what happened to my daddy. I know what that looks like. She said, leukemia treatment is 4 months inpatient. Oh, man. Don't y'all know I'm out here being all I can? I ain't got no 4 months. I packed my bags like I was going on a temporary duty assignment. My military folks, y'all know what that is, TDY. So my mindset was, you've been trained for worse. My mindset was, pack your bag and just go do the tour like you done did everything else. Just go do it. That was my mindset. I packed my kids, packed my bags. We go see this social worker. I said, what you gonna do about it? I can't leave these kids. My daddy on the other floor. What you gonna do? She said, well, they're just here visiting, right? I said, okay, if you say so, but they ain't gonna do it.
So yeah, they visiting. She pulls out the little recliners that stretch out to a bed, and the kids stayed in the room with me until my dad was able to go home. So while I'm in there, we're about a couple weeks in, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do this 4-month tour in my mind. It's a 4-month tour in my mind. But when I leave here, y'all know what? I gotta go back to being all I can be. And I already know the Army don't play. They don't care what you're going through. When you come back, you got to come back. So my chemo pole, her name was Charlene. So every morning at old dark 30, I would grab Charlene and we would walk the halls. We would walk the halls. We would walk the halls. Because I wanted to be fit when it was time for me to go back to being all that I could be. I'm a leader. I can't go back half-stepping. I got to lead from the front. I got to be all I can be. So every day, me and Charlene, we walked the halls. It was the 11th floor of the Carmanos Cancer Institute. 11th floor. Every day we walked. Until one day, I wake up and I cannot see. I cannot see. I cannot see. And I'm like, Father God, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to go back to being all that I can be? I can't even see. How am I going to provide for these kids, my father? At this point, how am I going to take care of me? I couldn't go to the bathroom. The kids had to walk me down the hall, hold my hand. The nurses had to come and do everything for me. I could not see. When it happened, I called the nurse. The nurse calls the doctors. The doctors call the specialists. And they had no explanation. No explanation. I would sit in that room for days. Not able to turn on the TV, not able to turn on the lights because everything would burn my eyes. And I know today that it was God's way of saying, sit down and be still. And one day, a little hospital volunteer, she walks into the room and she says, would you like some water? Would you like a book? Would you like a coloring book? I say, yeah, let me get that water and let me get that coloring book. Now y'all, let me tell you about this coloring book. This coloring book looked like something I had no business with. It looked like a book Nicaea should have in a couple of years. This book had Sesame Street, it had ABCs, and it had 1, 2, 3. That's what this coloring book looked like. But I would take that coloring book every day, just like me and Charlene walked the halls. I would take that book with these broken crayons they brought to me, and I would take it and put it in my face, and I said, if I could only see the lines. If I could only see the lines. If I could see the lines enough to color. If I could see the lines enough to see what's on the page. That little coloring book. That coloring book. That coloring book started something.
Come on, sis.
The Lord told me to be still for a reason. He told me, your days of being all you can be for that army are over. He told me that today you will continue to do the thing I put you here to do, which is to inspire other people with your gifts, with your talents, with your strength, with your words, with your creativity. That's what he told me. So that coloring book, y'all, is more than a book.
All right.
Come on now.
So today, I stand here with you to talk to you with my sight. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I'm here to talk to you today about using creativity, going from creativity to prosperity. 3 tips to profit using creativity. All right? So tip number 1, create a custom coloring book, journal, workbook, or self-help book to add to your services or your brand. So y'all just heard about from our fabulous, very own inner circle member, Miss Britteny Petty, right? Yes. So me and Brittany had a moment to connect while we were in St. Thomas at our mastermind. And so Brittany explained to me some of the things she was challenged with working with her clients, trying to get them to connect, trying to get them to engage, trying to get them to tap in. I said, well, Brittany, what do you need? What would that look like for you? Now, y'all seen Brittany. Y'all done heard from Brittany, right? Brittany had a list from here to down here. I said, well, I got you. Brittany's book, can you grab that for me, sis? I'm going to pass it around. Y'all can look at it and pass it around. So Brittany's tool that she uses as an additional stream of income. Repeat that when you say additional stream of income. Right? So it has everything she asked for. It has breathing exercises, it got trigger exercises, it got crossword puzzles. She wanted a color page of herself. We got that too. Right? We got the family, we got the kids, we got all the things she wanted. It's in there. It's unique to her clients, to her brand, and to her needs. And it's bringing her an additional stream of income. Right? Tip number 2, use your custom coloring book, workbook, journal, or self-help book as a digital product. Well, Lena, what the heck is a digital product? How many of y'all like to pay for something to get it right then? Yeah? Okay, I ain't the only one. So when your clients or a person goes to your site and they buy something, they get it right then, right? And you get the money right then. Hence, an additional stream of income. We do the work, you get the money, right? Too easy, right? Too easy. All right. Tip number 3. Use your custom coloring book, workbook, journal, or self-help book to conduct retreats, webinars, seminars, or classes. So we use Brittany in the original discussion. Brittany's book, once you see it, she has about 10 topics. She could take a topic a month and do a webinar, a workshop, a class, a retreat, and make all that extra income. Too easy, I say, right? Too easy. So let's go back to our where are our volunteers at with the coloring page? Okay, so the people with the color, they probably ain't paid attention. Nothing I say because they probably too busy coloring. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about it for a minute. So the coloring page, if you have the color red on your coloring page, hold it up. Oh, y'all was listening? Okay. So we'll talk about the colors anyway. So if they would have used the color red, that red would tell me as a therapeutic art coach that they're experiencing either a couple of things. Either some passion for what they do, right? Some anger, some frustration, or they're driven about something. That's what that red means. So that may explain why our coach... Amen? Let's talk about the color green. So those of us that resonate with green, some of us say it's for money, but green is for growth. We like the growth, right? We like growth. That can be growth in your business. That can be growth in your life. That can be growth anywhere. Or balance.
Here we go. That's what I want.
Balance, right? And then the next color we're going to talk about is blue. So blue, when you look at blue, blue tells us that you're experiencing some peace. Right? Some peace. Some calmness. That's what blue tells me when I see that when you use the blue. And then last, we're going to talk about the color of yellow. Now, yellow tells us that there is some joy, some happiness, right? And if we all had something to color probably right now, we'd probably all be doing yellow or red because of the space. Are y'all enjoying this so far today? Yes. That's good, that's good, that's good. So, I would love to give you a free gift.
All right.
I know y'all like free. I know y'all like free. So in a moment, they're going to display the barcode on the screen, and I want you to take your phones out and scan it. And you're going to get the free gift, 5 reasons authors, coaches, and consultants should create an additional stream of income using custom coloring books, journals, workbooks, or self-help books. Or you could just go to yourartisticexpressions.com. Now today, if you register and you come and see the handsome 2 assistants, or Brittany over there, she has some custom Christmas coloring books. I think we have 5. So 5 lucky folks will get some free coloring books today. So, in closing, I had 2 things. I shared with Crystal and Brittany that most people that know me know that I had, and I say it all the time in past tense, cancer. But they do not know the struggle I had with my eyes. It was not until now, or till we started going through this, that I felt it was time, or I was in the mental space where I could share with the world. So I thank y'all for that today. I thank y'all for that. So from what I have experienced, it has given me the inspiration and the drive to help other people, help other business owners to get their vision, their ideas in front of their clients, however that may be. There's a saying that through words and through art, not only do we find ourselves, but we heal ourselves. And that is indeed a fact. I'm a living witness of it. And you may be saying, Lena, well, why? My clients, they don't want to read. They don't want to write. They ain't going to want to color. What am I going to do with that? I will tell you this. that it is probably because you have not tapped into using creativity effectively in your business. So download the free ebook on the 5 reasons on why authors, coaches, and consultants should create additional self-help books.
All right, y'all. So listen, the internet, for whatever reason, it wanted to act up again, literally, as we just finished that most amazing interview with Lena PaytonWebb. Oh, interview. I mean, power talk, but at least it let her get all the way through the end. Won't he do it? Listen, y'all, it's about time for panel discussions. And so we're about to bring on our panel of speakers for today. We're missing one of our speakers, but we're going to go ahead and start with the ladies that are live. Y'all drop a comment from something that you took away from one of the speakers today. But while you guys are dropping that comment, let's go ahead and bring on our speakers. We're going to get this party started. Oh, man, this was so good. Let's round of applause. Let's give it up for Crystal Mance, April Louise. Let's give it up for Daria Rosen, as well as Lena PaytonWebb. Hey. And if Brittany is able to join us, we'll definitely pop her in the screen as well. But ladies, hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey.
Yeah, I was going in a little bit too long. My bad, y'all. But look, we're going to get straight into this because I definitely want them to get a chance to hear about what you guys are going to be speaking on at our workshops this Saturday. But first, let's go ahead and start off with our first speaker of today with her Please Accept My Anointed No. Crystal Mance, real quick, if you could reintroduce yourself and let us know what is your workshop going to be about on this Saturday.
Yes, Coach. Hey, everybody. This has been awesome and amazing. I am Crystal Mance, and I help women heal from mental and emotional burnout. I am author, coach, and keynote speaker. Guess what? You want to be at my workshop on Saturday. It's using your anointed no to avoid burnout in 2024. So using your anointed no. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you register.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, if you guys are excited about the workshop with Crystal, accepting your anointed no, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. Now let's go to April, honey. April laid it out today. I know y'all was like this. I see so many people in the chat like, I can relate, girl. I got you. Yes, I'm with you on that. April, real quick, go ahead and reintroduce yourself and also let us know what is your workshop going to be on this Saturday.
Hello, amazing people. So again, I am April Mays Rhodes, known as April Louise, and I assist women who are in the sisterhood of motherhood and their children navigate through life's maze. My workshop is on parental harmony, balance, work, life. So come on to my workshop. You're going to create your own personal self-care plan so you can get into harmony for 2024 and beyond.
Come on, harmony. Everybody, let's harmony. Let's do a little tune together. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay, we was just harmonizing. Okay, anyways. They was like, what we supposed to do? And that leads us to the next young lady, honey, who sang a song. We wasn't even ready for that. Daria was like, come on, I got a song for you. And I saw so many people in the chat saying, I felt that. And so without further ado, darling, Daria, go ahead and reintroduce yourself and let us know what your workshop is going to be on.
Good evening. I'm Daria Rosen, and I help women shake the fear, ditch the shame, and embrace the change as they graduate from their reproductive years to the next chapter of life.
Yes.
Got her fan.
I love
So
it.
my, my workshop is going to be navigating the change within. So you'll learn a lot more about perimenopause than the stories I told today.
You're on mute, Coach.
Thank you, love. Look, I'm all yelling and stuff, but y'all saw my fan though. Hold on. You got to make the noise with it, okay? But anyway, so listen, if you guys are excited about April's workshop, go ahead and type number 2 in the chat. If you guys are excited about Daria's, then on a separate post, type number 3 in the chat. Type number 3 in the chat. All right, Lena PaytonWebb, darling. Now, I know, Lena, you may not be able to join us live, but either way, we still going to get that workshop replay. But go ahead and reintroduce yourself, Lena, and tell us what your workshop is going to be about.
Yes, so my name is Lena PaytonWebb, and I help authors, coaches, and consultants create additional streams of income using custom coloring books, workbooks, self-help books, and journals. And my workshop is going to be Profiting with Creativity.
Love it. Love it. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something. Today was phenomenal. If you guys are excited about that workshop, type 4 in the chat. And I know Brittany was here earlier. I don't know if she's going to be joining in, but we know. Oh, there we go. I just spoke her up. Won't he do it? Okay, hold on. Let me bring on Brittany right now. Hold up. Ooh. I'm going to move my video here so it doesn't cover over that. And then pull her in. There we go. All right. Boom. Okay, Brittany, darling. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Brittany said, I got to get in the car. I got somewhere to go, but I still am jumping in because, Brittany, let me tell you something. You laid it out on that talk. So we are so glad that you were able to jump in. Real quick, everybody had a chance to reintroduce themselves as well as tell us what their workshop is going to be on this Saturday. So tell us what you got going on, what you got planned.
On Saturday, we're going to be talking about securing the bag to your mental health. So making sure you have your 7 pillars of success ready so you know exactly what goes in your bag for your mental health so you can have a successful 2024.
Absolutely. And real quick, I know you in the car chair, but reintroduce yourself one more time too, please.
I am Britteny Petty, and I help our moms, our educators, and our entrepreneurs to cultivate better relationships by prioritizing their mental health. So learning to put yourself first through self-care and just taking care of you.
Amen. I love it. I love it. And I see she is on mommy duty right now. And so listen, how many of us can relate? We got to put ourselves first, even in the times where sometimes we got to make sure we take care of business, take care of home. But right, we also got to make sure we take care of us too. Go ahead and type number 5 in the chat if you guys are excited about Brittany's workshop. Type number 5, number 5, number 5. Okay, so ladies, so the next question that I have is, how can we get in contact with you? Crystal, I'm going to start with you first, darling.
All righty. So you can go to www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com. Get a copy. Reach out to me there, and I look forward to connecting with you, scheduling an interview. You can also get my merch there, and all in one nice place, as well as my books. www.stopbeingoverwhelmed.com.
Absolutely. And when they go there first, what's the first thing they're going to get on the Stop Being Overwhelmed?
You're going to get a copy. Thank you, Coach. Sorry about that. You get a copy of my free ebook, 5 Strategies to Reset When Feeling Overwhelmed. So make sure you go there, get your copy of your free ebook, and we'd love to connect with you and help you start to use your anointed now.
Come on now. Listen. And Crystal's going to, y'all got an echo. My bad, y'all. I meant to put my headphones in. Y'all been hearing the echo the whole time. One sec. Let me connect. Okay. Is that better, y'all? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry
Yes.
about that. Oh Lord, I wish I would have known. What were y'all able to hear everybody? Do y'all need their stuff? Listen, Crystal, make sure to put your website in the chat. Listen, and when you guys go and submit your information, also when you go to these links, right? Lord, when y'all go to the links, we need to know who went and took advantage. So we like action takers. Don't just be listening to where to go. Go to the link and take action. So we want to know, got it? Okay, so you want to go ahead and let us know what you got. Okay, April, how can we get in contact with you?
Yes, ma'am. You can get in contact with me at www.lifeisamaze.com. And maze is spelled MAYS. So that's lifeisamaze.com. And when you first go into the website, the first thing you're going to see is how you can get a free copy of the Mom Guilt book, what it is, how to manage it, and why it exists.
Love it, y'all. Free 99, okay? Don't y'all love these domains too? Very easy to remember. We call them Radio Ready, all right? Okay, now we're going to go over to Daria, darling. Let us know, how can we get in contact with you?
You can reach me at www.imstillhot.com. And when you do, you will receive, April's laughing, you will receive a checklist of the 8 most common symptoms of perimenopause, because there may be things going on that you or a loved one have, and you want to see if that could potentially be what's going on.
Let me tell you something, Daria. When you was talking about the part of the train, hearing the train, I swear to God, that was me the other day. It was like all of a sudden my whole face was hot. I was like, what is, and then it was like a no. I said, Lord Jesus, is this perimenopause? I swear to God, my whole face. And then you were talking about taking off the layers. I was like, yo, because it came out of nowhere. And so somebody was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, Chad, I think my perimenopause is acting up. I was like, Daria told us about this. But listen, I'm still hot.com. Make sure y'all go check it out. Okay, Lena, how can we get in contact with you, darling?
Yes, so you can go to www.yourartisticexpressions.com, and there you will find a free gift for you: the 5 reasons authors, coaches, and consultants should create additional streams of income using custom coloring books, workbooks, self-help books, and journals. So it's the gift that's going to help you to make some more money.
Exactly. The gift to more money. The gift to money, darling. Let me tell y'all something too about them coloring books, y'all. So anybody that is in the coaching space, the consulting space, the education space, y'all, I saw somebody put in the chat too saying like, I didn't realize the color blue meant peace and things like that. So we, as she was talking about in St. Thomas, when we were having our mastermind. So by the way, our next mastermind, thanks to Daria, is going to be in California. Hello. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But when we were talking about her coloring books and just understanding the mental side to coloring and how that brings balance, right? As she was telling us in the story. And that's when we were like, man, there's going to be so many people who are in the coaching space that are going to use these as tools and literally change the way business is done. So y'all, Daria, they're asking now, Tavonda, you don't remember I'm still hot.com. She said, drop your website. Listen, if that's not the easiest one to remember, I'm still hot.com. Okay. Listen, we try to make them very easy so you cannot forget it. All right. But absolutely, y'all. So those of you guys in the coaching space, this is a different type of publishing right here. We are talking about creating a tool that you're going to be able to use with your client base, and it's going to open up their thinking and really get them on the next track. So last but definitely not least, Brittany Petty, how can we get in contact with you?
Yes, you can go to focusyoursuccess.com and you can download my free empowerment blueprint on 7 tips and 7 ways to start prioritizing you. And you'll find a copy of my book, Stop the Drama, Stop Complaining, and Focus on You, as well as Listen Up.
Love it. I love it. I love it, y'all. You got first of all, that book, Stop the Drama, Stop the Drama, Stop Complaining, right? I'm about to mess it up. We did that together. So I already know that book is amazing. Okay. So y'all want to make sure y'all get a copy of that. Listen, all the ladies are going to put their information in the chat, but you see how they're typing in the chat. Remember what we talked about earlier. If they set up their profile, you can also hover over their name. Or click on their picture, and you can go straight and send them a message right now. So like right here, I'm on Crystal's message. I'm going to say, hey, boo, hey. And it's going to pop up on her thing. So you guys can send any one of our speakers, if you want to just get connected with them immediately, directly, right here on the chat, privately, you want to send a private message, click there, and you'll be able to connect with them as well. So make sure that you guys utilize that. And if we have any of you guys that submitted the information for your free giveaway, if you've got a free giveaway that's going with the raffle, go ahead and wave your hand, and you can share with everybody what you're going to be offering. Anybody? Okay, Lena. Yes, darling. And Crystal. Go ahead, Lena.
So I have a $25 Visa gift card. I know y'all like money.
Hello. Yes, we do. Let me tell y'all something. These cards adding up. Yes, so you can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you like. Okay, come on, Visa gift card. All right, Crystal, what do you have?
We got a $25 Amazon gift card. We know folks
like
that. On the Ammy and get what you got.
Come on now. Listen, I just got some stuff delivered the other day actually today. Well, I actually ordered a new Bible. Won't he do it? Right? New NIV version. Yes, I need an NIV and a journal because, about to do some work. All right. And Daria, what you got, girl?
I have a pamper set, which will include a lip scrub, eye patches, and for all of you who sit on computers, an SPF sunscreen that can go over makeup, our makeup, and you can't see it.
Oh, okay. Come on, pamper set. Don't we need a little pampering in our life? Yes, I love it. Well, look, ladies, it has been a privilege and a pleasure. I love you guys to life. I can't wait to see you guys on Saturday. Y'all, these workshops are getting intense. I know y'all like, how am I supposed to select 4? Well, I'm going to see y'all later. Love you guys. Bye. Bye, y'all. Well, look, y'all, listen. Wasn't that amazing? Go hit them up in the chat. They in the chat, so make sure y'all hit them up in the chat, y'all, so that you can connect with them. But listen, the workshops, you only are going to be able to go to 4. So my question to you is this. Are you upgrading to VIP or not? What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I'm going to put the link. Guys, today and tomorrow, it is only $97. On Saturday, it's $297. So y'all have had several days. Let me tell y'all something. You know what I would have did? If I know I do not want to miss none of these workshops, and I'm saying to myself, well, Taria, I don't got the 97. I would say, you know what? Let me go and ask a couple people if they could sponsor me. Like, we got to stop being afraid to learn how to ask for something that we desire. Hey, listen, it's a conference. I need to be able to attend this. Right now, VIP is only $97. Can I count on you to sponsor me, maybe give me $25 towards my VIP ticket so that I do not miss any of these workshops? I'm just saying, like, don't miss it, y'all. Get you somebody, and then in exchange for the sponsor, you can give them something, right? When you get to it. Hello? Give them something when you get to it. So y'all go ahead and upgrade. Speakers, do not upgrade. Inner Circle, do not upgrade. Them the ones who keep upgrading, the Inner Circle and the speakers. I got to keep refunding money, child. I don't want to refund nobody else. Y'all know I don't like refunding nothing. So make sure y'all go ahead and get your upgrade. Well, now it's time to spin for names. Remember, I'm going to spin the names really quickly. So you need to make sure, please, y'all don't be in the chat talking about they here. I need to see them say, I am here. Okay? Does that make sense? Like, I am here in all caps. All right? So for those of you guys who did not get a chance to participate, one of the things we did do yesterday is if you submitted a video, we actually added your name to this list 10 times. For those of you who had at least 100 points or more, your name was added. And for every 100 additional, your name was added additionally. Let me show you what I mean. So let me pull up the screen so y'all can see. And shout out to y'all that's going to be in the Forbes. What y'all going to do with y'all flyer? Where you going to post it? And let me tell you something. For any of you guys, now I'm going to tell you this. I don't like focusing on negativity. I don't focus on people who don't believe in me. I don't. But this is the one time when you get that flyer, you need to send that out to every single person via text message and let them know how popping, locking, and dropping you are. Because we're going to make you look good. Do y'all hear me? Everywhere. I want y'all to type this in. Everyone going to get this smoke. Everyone going to get this smoke. Because everybody going to get it. And for those of you who've been on previous media platforms with us, y'all need to learn to repost it. It's not a one time. You don't just do it one time. You keep doing it. Keep reminding them. Okay, here we go. So we got all the way. Taisha is number 1 with 1,100 points. She's slamming y'all. Is Taisha here? I hope Taisha is here, chat. She got all them points. She better be here with all them points. And then we got all the way down. So all you had to do was have 100. So it finishes at Avalon. And for those who have 200, that means you get double the points. Okay, does that make sense? All right, y'all. So listen, we about to go ahead and spin for the win. Let me pull up the list. I've already put together the list of everybody. These are the people who left their videos yesterday. Thank you so much for those. I'm going to repurpose those videos just so y'all know. That's what we do. It's called always repurposing. And then we're going to go to this good software called Wheel of Names. That's what I use. So pay attention, guys, to not just what I'm saying, but stuff that I'm doing too. Because these are all tools that you can actually use for your businesses. Hello? Everybody loves raffles. So we're going to shuffle it up. And you can customize this. There's a lot you can do with the Wheel of Names. You can customize it to play your own music and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead. I'm going to spin for the 4 names very quickly, okay? And we need, Taisha is here. See, I know Taisha ain't going nowhere, honey. You don't have 1,100 points and not be here. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. So listen, we about to spin for the win. I'm going to spin for 4 names. And if your name is selected, I need to see in the chat in all caps, I am here. Lego. Leslie, parties by Leslie. You have 5 minutes. Go ahead and type in the chat. Are you here? 5 minutes. Leslie, do not, and remember the butterfly story, y'all. Do not go in and out and tell that person that their name was called. Because some of y'all know Leslie. I know y'all. All right, let's go to the next one. Leslie better be here. Hey. Taisha! Whoop, 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 whoop! Look at that girl. Taisha got the points up. She's a winner. Let's go. Okay, next person. Hey. Tavanda in the chat. I already know she's here. Tavanda, number 2. Go ahead and make sure, but you still got to put I am here. Email is God's Loving Arm Tax Consultant. And we got one more for the night. Tomorrow, we are doing 5. So you can record a video tonight as well of what you experienced tonight, why people need not to miss it, and your name will be added 10 times. But also, if you get your name up to 100, you will also be added. Let's spin for the win. Doom, doom. Ba-dum, boom, doom, doom. Michelle. Email is Miss CTT Michelle. Is Michelle here? Is Michelle here? Let me know. So it sounds like we got 2 for sure that are here. Taisha and Tavonda, correct? Yes. Okay, I see y'all. Is Leslie? I think Leslie's about 5 minutes now. She a little bit, oh Lord. Y'all better, listen, when we end, make sure anybody that know Leslie, and y'all, several of y'all know her, let her know her name was called. She missed out though. She had to be here live. And then is Michelle here? Is Michelle here? Let me know. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Y'all, this is fun. This is fun. This is exciting. Listen, y'all, let me tell you some of the giveaways. Some of the giveaways that are included: $100 Cash App, $200 Cash App, 50-inch flat screen TV, tablets, earpods, light up microphone. Then from our speakers, let's thank our speakers. They've got one of the beautiful Karina's candles. Listen, I'm all about these candles. These candles, these ain't no candles that you get at the TJ Maxx. These is quality. Okay. I just want y'all to know these things these are nice. Okay. Dr. Stevie says she gonna help y'all get around with a gas card. Okay, I love it. Dr. Maeva, Amazon gift card. Kowano, $97 toward a ticket for her conference. Taylor, $25 raffle ticket towards any of her products and an Amazon gift card. Rashard, $25 Amazon gift card. Lena, $25 Visa gift card. Crystal, $25 Amazon gift card. Daria, a pamper set with lip scrub, eye patches, sunscreen. Y'all. And there's also going to be an amazing basket that's going to have a conglomerate of stuff valued at thousands. Listen, all I can tell you is this. So two more people got their name called, child. They wasn't even here. Y'all better let them know. Let them know, child. I'm just saying. The number one thing that everybody must understand, that if you want to obtain success, you just got to show up sometimes. Simply showing up for your own rescue. Reaching your hand out and being in the building. It's a virtual building. And what's so crazy is you can watch right from your phone. What are we talking about here? How can we miss this? Listen. How would we dare miss this? We could watch it from our phone. Oh, I'm tired, Taria. You don't understand. I had a long day. Guess what? I'm tired too. Taria, I'm hungry. I got to go eat. Let me tell you something. All I could think about was what I'm about to go eat when I leave here today. But in life, sometimes there's short-term sacrifices that will allow you to have a long-term gain. I promise you on everything that I love. And this is me speaking life into each and every one of you. For those who plug into these workshops on Saturday, especially those who upgrade, because you're going to get all the workshops. But for those who plug into these workshops, I promise you, when you come back next year, some of y'all are going to be speakers next year. Amen? Some of y'all are going to be speakers next year. But some of you guys are going to be sharing a testimony that's going to actually say, from being at this conference, being a viewer, being an attendee, being a participant, your life has forever changed. I've done this 7 years in a row. And every single year, there is someone who is sharing that testimony. Whether you are going to be a speaker, you might be sitting and saying, you know what, I'm going to be one of the speakers next year at New Year, New You. You know what? I'm going to be one of the speakers at Ignite to Profits or, Author All-Stars. I'm going to be one of the speakers at whatever next event. I promise from this event, my life has changed. I hope that's one of your affirmations. As a result of attending this event, my life has forever changed. Because it's a guarantee. And also, can I say this final thing? Aligning yourself with people who are moving towards a definite major purpose. I'm sick of being around someone who ain't got no kind of motivation in life. Can you motivate me? Listen, you guys get around people that need to be motivated. I'm telling you, you're going to be stuck. Get around people who are self-motivated. Get around people who are setting goals. Get around people who are moving towards a definite major purpose, meaning that when they wake up every day, when their feet hit the ground, when God has put them in the position and they're walking in their purpose, the devil gets upset. The devil gets confused. The devil is scared out his pants because he knows that when your feet hit the ground and you're in alignment with the right people, that you're about to do some major, major things. Y'all, my name is Daria Vision Avant. We've got one more day of Power Talks, and then Saturday, our workshops start at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not be late. You do not want to miss these workshops. I promise you your life is going to change. So make sure you pull up on us, okay? You're going to get the link of how to join. You're going to be able to see the replays. Make sure you're in the Facebook group. Y'all pull up. Just pull up. Bye, y'all.